Plays, yeah. Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. Sport all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. Whole sports all plays.
All right. It is another fantastic episode of Unscripted. Few things going on in sports, lots to talk about, lots to unpack, and we will get into all of that. As always, man, Pride, how is it going, my brother?
We can't hear you, Pride. All right.
We'll come back to Pride.
We'll get them in a second.
Hey, Logan, what's up, brother?
What up, man? Like you said, we got a lot to talk about today. A lot happened since our last show, and we're going to break it all down, man. It's going to be a good one.
Technology sucks.
Yeah. Oh, hey, now
there we go.
Back. What's up, Pride?
Nothing, man. It's just because, like, so I basically have my headsets plugged in or whatever. Long story short, every time I plug it in, it messes up. So instead of getting the audio from this mic, it tries to get it from this headset, but I unplugged it because I got headsets here. I got headsets there. I got them everywhere for no reason whatsoever, brother. So I thought, yeah, sure, let's take this one off, and here I am. But I'm good. I'm alive. How you guys doing today?
Wonderful. And I'm going to ask you, I'm going to send you my address. You better send me one damn pair. Give me the cheap pair. I don't care. Send me the cheap pair, Pride. Damn. Probably got headsets for days.
Because honestly, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna send you the link because I got these. They're Turtle Beaches too. They were only like $20-$30.
We got the same one, Pride? That's what I got.
No. I got these. These ones they're like an older model.
Oh, okay.
They're like the first legitimate ones I had, and honestly, I liked them because like they were mad cheap, but they were phenomenal. I'm talking about guys were calling me a hacker because I'm calling you out type of stuff, and they're like, "Nah, he's cheating," and I'm like, "Yeah, 100%." You know what I mean? My goofy ass. Yeah, bro. I'm like, "Nah, bro. Headsets are godly."
Yeah, I gotta get me a pair of damn headphones. That's gonna be the next thing on the wish list. Jonathan, what's up, brother?
What's up, fellas? How's everyone doing today? I'm feeling great because the Dodgers just completed a 4-game sweep of the Giants. So I'm feeling really good.
You knew it was coming, Jay. He couldn't. That's the first thing he said when he came in before we started the show.
Hey, man. Hey, you can't fault them, man. I mean, the Dodgers, they are playing good baseball. So, I mean, it's what it is. Again, I'm waiting to see what the Padres can do because I think you play the Padres. If I'm not mistaken, with what in another week or so, right?
No, tomorrow actually.
Tomorrow. Okay.
We start a 3-game series against them tomorrow, and I might go to the game because I'm thinking about purchasing a ticket.
Hey, that might be a damn good ticket to buy. If you're gonna buy a ticket, Padres Dodgers. I mean, you're gonna get your money's worth, I believe, out of that. I've never been to Dodger Stadium, but I guess I imagine it's got to be really nice. I know it's kind of a smaller stadium, correct?
Yes, but it's a really nice scene. Great seats, a great atmosphere. You get the beautiful scenery in the background of the San Gabriel Mountains. It's really nice.
Hell yeah. I might have to go check that out. And they probably got those $25 beers and stuff, but you're gonna make them.
Yeah. The beer is pricey and the hot dogs ain't worth a damn thing. The Dodger dogs are overhyped, overpriced.
You heard it here first.
Every ballpark charges you so much money for that food and them drinks. I'm telling you, that's where they make that money. It ain't that seat you're sitting in some concession stands. That parking. Big Shot Rob, what's up?
Yo, what's going on, guys? How's everybody doing out there? Football season officially starts tonight, even though it's the preseason. Probably catch a little bit of that preseason football game tonight, and then see what else is on, man. But yeah, it's preseason football, but at least it's football, right?
Hell yeah. Hey, see you turn up your mic there on your laptop there, brother. I think you're coming in kind of low. But yeah, Ron Stuggs says, why do Padres fans think getting Soto they are off of it? He said, why do Padres fans come on, click back on, thank you. Why do Padres fans think just getting Soto they are automatically World Series winners? Soto is a great player, but in my opinion, I don't think it puts them over the Dodgers. He said it makes them closer. I don't think just getting Juan Soto puts them over. I do think getting Josh Bell to go along with him.
I was about to say it's the entirety of Juan Soto and Josh Bell with Fernando Tatis Jr. coming back, right? So like it's not just
plus you get Hader too.
On God, you get Hader, the guy that they've been trying to get for like 2.5, 3 years anyway.
I was just about to say that. It's their back end of their bullpen, which is better than ours.
So you get all that. So it's like, are they automatic? No. But I don't care what anyone says. They're better than the Dodgers.
They make the playoffs. That's
they're better right now. Like
I don't think they overtake the Dodgers because the Dodgers have like a 10+ game lead over them still.
Right.
And I don't see y'all relinquishing that.
No, but
I think they get a wild card.
I'm talking about like roster-wise, they're better than the Dodgers.
Yeah, but if they meet
now, it all comes down to the mentality. Can they go over the hump?
The Dodgers could be in trouble if they meet them in the playoffs. I'm just saying, and this is coming from a Dodger fan. I'm just keeping it real.
I don't know if you're.
What we all learned from that, or what we all saw at the trade deadline specifically was, before the trade deadline, the Dodgers were, in my opinion, a kind of, not want to say clear cut, but they're back to the World Series.
No, they were up there. Yeah, 100%.
They were.
100%.
Yeah,
it was, but now I think with DeGrom coming back, playing well, feeling healthy, Mets are going to put up a fight, Padres are going to put up a fight, and now the Dodgers are really going to have to earn that World Series bid if they get there.
And don't even sleep on the Braves too, because the Braves is showing you.
That's Riley's looking like an MVP. He got his money.
I was about to say, like, the Braves, especially after last year, they're just continuing it. Like, hey, yo, we'll give you 10 runs, and I promise you, by the end of the night, we'll win somehow 12 to, like, 10 with a straight face, too. So I'm if I'm the Dodgers, I'm also very worried about Atlanta.
There's 4 or 5 teams in the NL that could really make a deep run, and they're all really good teams.
And you know what? That would be a compelling series because you will have a lot of storylines in that series. You have Kenley Jensen going against his former team, and Freddie Freeman facing his former team.
That's true. I'm sure. I think we'll see that.
My pitch was, I think San Diego is this year's Atlanta.
Oh,
with all the acquisitions that they made, Atlanta made to get their World Series bid.
Also, too, Jay, someone we didn't even mention. The one guy we didn't mention who made an immediate impact, Brandon Drury, hit a grand slam last night. So they just keep adding depth to their lineup, and like Jonathan mentioned, they already have a stacked rotation in the bullpen. So they got a good roster.
Scary lineup to counter with the Dodgers.
Yeah. So it'll be fun to see, though. Those are going to be some good games to watch.
I'll tell you, hey, Mancini only wanted his debut to do that. Well, I shouldn't say it's his debut because Mancini hit a grand slam against Boston last night.
Yeah, for y'all.
So I mean, again, lots of contributions already being made
early on,
out of these trades. Hey, real question. So we know that Tiger Woods turned down roughly over $700 million to join LIV. Now we see Phil Mickelson, DeChambeau, and a few other, I think there's like 11 golfers total that are in LIV that are filing an antitrust lawsuit around the PGA because they're not allowed to play in the FedEx Cups and things like that. I don't know, man. I'm like, bro, you knew the deal. You knew that when you joined LIV that you weren't going to be able to come back and play in the PGA, but I mean, these guys wanted to double dip and go both ways. How do y'all feel about LIV trying now to file these antitrust lawsuits against the PGA?
I mean, the sad part about it is honestly, if you honestly paid attention to what the players were saying the entire time, they were planning for this.
Yeah.
This isn't something that they just thought about. Right. This was something that they've been thinking about ever since they joined. They were like, the instant I can, there's certain, and they've always said this. There are certain games in the PGA where they want to play, whether it be for the money, whether because it's prestigious, whether it's they're able to play against some of their old comrades, whatever the case may be. Damien says, whoa, wait a minute. Only because Padres got Soto dominating. People act like they're going to go far. Sorry, but this isn't what everyone thought when they got Machado and what happened. They were playing like that for the last 2 seasons. Just saying. Okay. Machado's been playing MVP caliber baseball.
I'm about to say Machado's been really good. And now you add Tatis, who's come back, which we all know what he's about.
So
and then you get the human walk machine and Soto.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
Come on. Look, Dave, I know you're a White Sox and y'all aren't the hottest right now. That's
right. But yeah, so the players have basically been talking, you know, I would want to do it. Now Liv is like, hold on. We just signed you guys. And we signed you to be exclusive to us. So PGA, bye-bye. But now you want to go back and play for them. And the PGA is just like, nah. I mean, come over. Are we going to get sued? But come over. Just don't get us in trouble. That's kind of the PGA's stance on it. Like, they'll take the Phil Mickelsons and they'll take them back for whatever, but they just don't want to get sued. The Liv is just trying to really protect itself. That's all it's really trying to do. We signed you, and when they signed it, and this was the biggest story of it, when you signed to Liv, it was an exclusive but not exclusive deal. So if you want to do freelance golf, you can. There's just one organization you cannot participate in. And that's the PGA. You can go do your independent stuff.
That's their competitor.
Exactly. Yeah. If there's like if there's like another brand that just happened to show up and it was like the number 3 brand in the world, Liv wouldn't care. They'd be like, go ahead, just go. You can play with them. But the only place you can't go is the PGA. And now that some of the golfers, they're kind of like, it would be nice. And Liv is just trying to protect themselves. That's all. Honestly, we saw it coming from a mile away. And on top of that, this is also like a visual move as well. Liv is trying to make sure. Look,
I can see why Liv is pissed though. Liv is paying really good money for these golfers. I mean,
for exclusive guys,
outstandingly good money. So I can see why Liv would be pissed.
Right. So they're upset. And on top of that, this is like, remember, a lot of people think Liv is not gonna last. A lot of people are saying the PGA just has to outlast them for about 2 years, and then Liv will go belly up. So Liv is now trying to put their foot down, saying, hold on now. We're not just a phase. We're not just some flash in the pan. We're legitimate. So if you sign the contract, the same professionalism you would have had with the PGA, we're going to expect at the minimum that same professionalism, if not more. So I'm not shocked. This is just Liv trying to protect themselves. The instant the players, and again, you should have seen this on the jump, because when the players started going, they kind of were on the whole thing of, hey, if I could do both, great. If not, I'll be here. But they've always tried. The players wanted to keep the door open. Unfortunately, Liv is just like, remember that no compete clause? Yeah, that wasn't a joke, fuckers. You're staying here whether you like it or not. I'm paying you top money to be losers. Lose over here. So I'm not shocked at all. Liv is just trying to protect itself. So, you know, good luck, Liv. Good luck.
So first question comes from John Suggs. He's asking, Liv is. Do y'all think that Liv is going to eventually overtake the PGA? He's saying that he thinks that they are going to eventually over. I don't think they do. I think PGA is
not anytime soon.
In my opinion, they got 5 years. I'll be honest, there's a 5-year window. And this 5-year window, yeah, and it's not gonna happen now, because I'm gonna tell you what, this 5-year window is not gonna be for them to overtake. Can they survive those 5 years? If they can survive these 5 years while still paying these phenomenal rates, then they're gonna be able to overtake PGA easily. Because a lot of guys, remember, a lot of players. Not only do a lot of players are waiting for this to happen, there's a TV deal on the way based on a report I saw last week. There's like Liv is working on a TV deal that will get them stupid amount of money.
Yeah.
So it's like
that's what John Suggs is saying. He's saying wait till Liv gets his TV contract.
Right, and that's the thing. When Liv locks down these TV deals, dude, it's gonna be wild. Because Liv is gonna be like, by the time like what Liv is trying to do, we want a lot of top tier players, so that way we can go look. They're exclusive to us. Like, you want to see Phil Mickelson? The PGA can run for free on ABC. Don't matter. Guess what? We're going to make you guys have to watch us on Fox Sports. You're going to have to upgrade your cable subscription to watch these guys twice a year. That's how I'm a Liv guy. Liv is finessing dudes, and no one's even realizing it yet. I love Liv. I'm a Liv guy. That's it.
Now, let me ask you this now, and I've seen this come up quite a few times. As a matter of fact, Trump is just getting blasted over it because Trump International is hosting a Liv tournament, and they're blasting him for doing it because they say it's Saudi's blood money. Should we be? Is that going to hinder them? Is American people to be hindered by that? I mean, is that going to be a knock on them? Or
go ask Vince McMahon.
Yeah,
you're right, Pat.
That's honestly the only retort I have. Go ask Vince McMahon. The NFL tried to play in Saudi.
Yeah.
Roger Goodell wanted that blood money.
He still does. What you mean?
He still does. The only reason why it got nixed is because the players were like, look, bro, London is already a bitch and a half. All right. London already kills us. We're not going to Saudi Arabia. They were like, bro, that's a little excessive.
The players don't want to play in that sweltering human ass heat.
And that's a part of it. Right, that's a part. Like people
all week,
Right, like people forget
okay,
the NFL.
Been to Saudi Arabia. It's hot. It's damn hot. And
that's all it is.
It looks hot. It looks hot, bro.
It don't look fun.
Have y'all heard the Bray Wyatt? So Bray Wyatt had an interview, and he talked about the Saudi Arabia match when he was the Fiend against Goldberg, and he had to come out in the mask. He said when he took the mask off, the amount of sweat that was pouring off of him, he was like, he's never been so hot and uncomfortable before.
Absolutely.
Bro, it's wild.
Being that it's that hot, and these guys aren't going to be able to hydrate like they normally would, could you imagine how many injuries are going to come out of Saudi from heat exhaustion and stuff like that?
Bro, I'm going to put it to you this way. Jay, they're having that same conversation about the Miami Dolphins, and they're in Florida.
Right. They've been there for years.
They've been there for years. We're still having the conversation about them. Saudi Arabia
is next level.
The last place we should be playing football.
Hey, put the Patriots over there. Patriots gonna be slipping that hot because they're not.
Frankie, what you think? You want the Pats over in Saudi Arabia?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Saudi Arabia Patriots.
I don't think that works well.
No, I know it does, bro. It does. The Saudi Arabia Patriots, bro. Every time we score a touchdown, you hear a bomb go off in the background. We don't do fireworks out here, brother.
Back to what John Suggs says, though. If they offered Tigers $700 to $800 million, that just tells you how much money they actually have in their surplus. I mean,
they're
loaded.
Stacked.
For me, they're loaded. It's just, can they keep that up before they get the TV deal? If they can keep up this spending money before they get until they get that TV deal, bro, the PGA is just wrecked. At this point, they might as well hit up Liv and be like, "Hey, yo, we'll be your XFL. Let's work on something. Let's make a deal."
Hey, somebody's gonna be the developmental league for somebody.
That's what I'm saying. And with Liv paying all this money, bro, and to answer your question, Jay, no, the quote unquote blood money, it's not gonna matter. Like, people will criticize, "Oh my God, that blood money, blah 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 blah," but then they'll still watch it.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a nice talking point to say that, but
right,
they don't care.
The ones who are going to watch are going to watch. The ones who aren't. It's as simple as that.
Exactly. So,
he said centers past Saudi Arabia on the way to hell. Hey, seriously. Hey, that's why I got saved as quick as humanly possible. This guy wasn't meant for heat like that.
Nah. And that was even before you had the big beard, right, Jay?
Okay. Man, hey, listen, you ain't lying. I was fresh faced back in them days.
Oh God, that's a scary thought if you ever seen that.
Hey. Somebody woke up from their nap.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, folks, we're going to go ahead and get on into this show and get this bad boy started. And Vince Scully, as you know, it's been a couple of days now, but we're still going to talk about Vince Scully passes away at 94. I mean, if you guys don't know about Vince Scully, I mean, this guy is baseball. He's been around that damn long. Vincent Edward Scully, born November 29th, 1927 in the Bronx, and then moved on over to Brooklyn. Passed away, obviously, at the age of 94. 67 years with Brooklyn and L.A. Longest tending guy ever, right? I mean, nobody has put as much time in as this man has. I mean, to see Brooklyn Dodgers and then move in, and then there's still the L.A. Dodgers, and the amount of history I think that's gone through this man is ridiculous. Again, like I said, longest tenured broadcaster of any sport in the history. He played through the 50s, the 60s, 70s, 80s. So this guy's been with, Jackie Robinson, Pee Wee Reese, Koufax, Drysdale, Piazza, Garvey, Fernando Valenzuela, for crying out loud, Oral Horscheiser. I mean, the list just goes on and on. And
it's kind of funny.
Was it Jordan Puig or Yasiel Puig?
Yasiel Puig, yeah.
Yeah, he gave him the name Wild Horse. I mean, just hey.
No R in his first name. My guy said Yariel. All right. There's no R. There's no R in Yasiel, but pop off, King.
Hey, listen, I felt Spanish, so pop off, okay? I can't even spell half those Spanish words. So
I just want to say one thing real quick, Jay.
No, go ahead, brother.
Like the names that you're listing were acting like it was so long ago, yet somehow Vince Scully was around the entire time.
Right.
Let that sink in, bro. Like the perception of him is that, bro, like the perception is that he's mad, or like he's so old and he's so play. And it's like, bro, he was calling games for Jackie Robinson. Like, you know how insane that is, bro?
Yeah.
He called games for Jackie Robinson up till I think Kershaw, and then even after that.
but think about that. Like all jokes aside, imagine a guy was able to say before he passed, I called the game for Jackie Robinson and Clayton Kershaw for the same team in my lifespan.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
No.
I have a hard. I mean, think about it. He was born in 1927. Babe Ruth played for the Yankees right about the 1920s. So he was born during the time of Babe. So even though he wasn't calling games, he's still seeing sports history like that.
Plus, he started off super young. I think he was like 23 or like 24 whenever he first started.
He was.
So that's where
he started very young.
He was like our age pride.
Yeah, and the wild part about it is
World Series.
Remember how we were talking a while ago, and I was like, there are some facts that don't even sound real.
Yeah,
that you actually have to go. This
man,
Vince Scully is the fact. That's it. His life is the fact. If I were to tell someone I was able to watch and hear this man call the game, the same man who called the game for Jackie Robinson, do you know how wild that is? Do you know how nonsensical that is?
Internet. There was a picture of him and Jackie Robinson on ice skates.
Right.
Like what?
Like in the same. It blows your mind. Now remember this too, Price. I was 25 years old, calling the World Series.
I would love to get that opportunity at 25.
Right? And he had an incredible career, man.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
it's off the charts what he was able to accomplish from a very young age up until his 80s. I mean, it's just
as I went till 2016.
Like this is that's
just you just don't see that. You don't see this type of longevity. Number one, see that type of longevity with broadcasting, like you see with him, and also like you said. I mean, just it's crazy. As a matter of fact, he opened every game. Jonathan, I know you've been to a game, so I know you heard him say it. He would always open up with "Hi, everybody," and a very pleasant evening to you, wherever you may be. That was always how he opened up his podcasts.
It reminds me of that Jim Carrey movie.
For Dodger baseball.
Yeah,
it reminds me of that Jim Carrey movie. The one where he goes, "Good morning, good evening, and good night."
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Like that's what that kind of reminded me of every time he would do that stuff. Like it's wild.
It's crazy.
Dude, and on top of that, the only guy who can call a game play-by-play solo.
Oh yeah,
And this dude was doing by himself. I wasn't even a Dodger fan, and I was like
captivated.
I'm like, this guy, just the way he talked. And then like when he would talk about himself, and like, you know, like in between, like, you know, when there's like some dead air time. Yeah, the Truman Show. Thank you, John. Yes. But he was like, he would talk. Every time he would talk, it never felt like, because you know how old guys are, Jay, you know, we got to stop you all the time. They just go on some incoherent tangent and they just babble for babble's sake, right? I don't know why. It never felt like he did that once. It felt like every story he would spew out, I'm like, it makes sense. And if somebody told me it didn't make sense, I would go out of my way to make sure, no, this makes sense. It could have been Yasiel Puig, and he could have been like, well, you know, I had a neighbor, this, that, and the third. And he'd be like, what's the connection? Yasiel Puig's from Cuba. So is his neighbor. There's the connection. Now shut up. I'm listening to my grandfather tell me a story. Like, this man, someone
he
said,
just tell
like,
a story, man. He was a great storyteller.
Yeah, he was an and that's the thing too, is that you would never hear him get like raise his voice hardly ever.
Bro.
Like, he had the same voice, the same soothing, silky smooth voice his whole career. Like from day one up to his last game, even after.
Especially when he was checking people. Like, I remember there was one game where like it took forever to start the game, and he's like, and here we are, first pitch, 8:37 in the evening, completely and utterly ridiculous. These idiotic, and he was really going bonkers, and I'm like, scream, and no, he just kept it normal. And then it's just funny because like I think it was like the 7th inning, he goes, I would like to apologize in the same tone. I would like to apologize for my he said something basically like, for raising my voice and being out of control for a moment. I regained myself, and I'm like, if that's your out of control, give me it, because I need that, because that is like the calmest raging I've ever heard in my life.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Just the amount of time he spent in baseball. Also, other sports too, right? Not just for the Dodgers. He also did a bunch of just amazing historic moments. Like someone mentioned the Hank Aaron home run, right? And countless. I don't even know where to start. Just so many others. And obviously, I mean, he's the greatest voice in baseball. There's no denying that. And he is legitimately up there for the just best sports broadcaster ever. Any sport.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
and
really, like longevity, moments, everything.
Right. And his longevity was just unmatched and remarkable. And, you know, when you would listen to this guy talk, you felt like you were in the classroom, because he would give you history lessons while he was throwing balls and strikes. And it was just incredible to hear his wonderful stories that no one else can tell. You know, he told stories unlike any other. And that's what I think I would miss the most and remember the most from him. You know, his measured cadence and just his, you know, cleverness and his classiness. He was also a gentleman. He epitomized, you know, what it is to be a class act. And that's what I would always remember. He was more than just the soundtrack of the city. He was a legendary voice. And he was truly an icon. A baseball icon.
And it's crazy because it's someone that all of us grew up listening to, regardless of age gaps. It's also someone our parents grew up listening to. Like,
absolutely.
It's just the
my grandfather watched baseball, he was with Vin.
Right.
Like if my mom would have watched baseball, her father would have been watching this man.
Right.
Generations, this man's
from
going
generations to generations, yes.
And then Rob Scott brought up a good point. He said, imagine calling a Jackie Robinson game and then calling the historic home run by Hank. Like, that's just like crazy.
Not only calling both of those, but then imagine calling a modern day player in the same career. This man saw Adrian Gonzalez, right? This man saw Juan Uribe. This man saw Clayton Kershaw. Didn't he call Walker Buehler?
Maybe.
Like, What?
I think he called. I forget who the other, but the other one was Julio Urias, who was like 18,
Yes!
and it said like it's like, oh, there's like an 80-year age gap in between them or something. It's like, yo, that's wild,
Bro, he's calling games for people younger than me.
Yeah.
How?
But yeah, final thoughts. Gonna miss Vin, man. Reason I got into sports broadcasting, I got a little bobblehead here I've had for years. We'll put it up on the screen here. Yeah. But yeah, sucks he's gone, man. Legendary voice, and will be missed throughout the just sports world, not just baseball, sports in general.
Man, only freaking Logan would pull out a Vin Scully bobblehead.
Yeah, man. Hey, I got it a couple years ago.
Wow. Logan, you never cease to amaze me.
I know. I always have it in my room, but perfect time to bring it out, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. And hey, there isn't a better. This is the time.
This is the time.
Jonathan, Vin Scully, man, did you get everything out you wanted to say about your boy out there in LA?
Oh, he might have stepped away for a second.
Jonathan took a break. Big shot, Rob. Vin Scully, man, what are you thinking?
Yeah, this guy was definitely, arguably, if not the greatest broadcaster in baseball, you could argue he's one of the greatest broadcaster of all time. I mean, 67 years, this guy called Dodgers games for, and called other games for, and I remember seeing the Kirk Gibson home run in the World Series against the A's. So yeah, this guy's it's like we just lost another legend. Like we just lost Bill Russell last week, and then we lose this guy now, and it's like all these old athletes and like broadcasters seem to be they're just like dropping like flies,
Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, we lost Bill last week, man. It's rough. Also, too, hey, we had the same birthday, same birthday, November 29th, just obviously a couple of years apart.
Interesting. So Jonathan, there's a lot of historically great broadcasters out there, right? I mean, you got Cosell, you got the Swami, you got Dick Vitale, Euchre. I mean, all these guys that everybody kind of whatever. But then we talk about the greatest of them all, and Vin Scully. I mean, just what all he's done. I mean, and you got to see this guy a lot being out there in LA.
Yes, I've been blessed and fortunate to watch most of his career, not all of it, because I mean, this man's been doing it for so long. Just an incredible voice. And I felt like every time I would watch a Dodger game, I wasn't only watching a game, I was learning things. I was getting a history lesson out of it. I learned things that I didn't even know about baseball. I mean, that's how much knowledge this man had, and that's how credible he was as a man. I have to put him up there with Bob Costas. To me, him and Bob Costas are similar in so many ways because they have the ability to tell those great stories, and they just use the proper wording every time, and it just sounds so lovely just to listen to both of those guys. Vin Scully, no one did it better than him. No one comes close to him. You can try to compare him to other great legendary sportscasters in this business, but no one comes close to Vin Scully, and Vin Scully will be missed. He will be honored. He will be greatly received at Dodger Stadium tomorrow before the game. They're going to pay homage to him before the game tomorrow. And, I can't say enough about the Giants fans. The night the news broke, everyone stood in silence. They acknowledged him up on the video board at Oracle Park. So that's a class move by the Giants fans as well. Just a lovely guy, a great human being, and we will all miss him.
And one more thing too, Jay, before we move on. The thing that will always elude us is we've all talked about the stories that were told on air. We never got a book. Could you imagine the encyclopedia we could have gotten if he would have written a book?
Yeah.
It would have been wild. That would have been as thick as a wall, man. It would have been insane.
That's the guy I was thinking. They call him Swami, but Berman.
Chris Berman.
That guy, he's a completely different type of broadcaster than what Vince Scully was. But when I think of Chris Berman and all of his soliloquies and all of the how he'd always come out and just the way he did 3 minutes
energy and all that. Yeah,
I mean, you don't see that kind. I mean, to me, that's just his own thing. It just makes him amazing. Just like Vince Scully could tell stories, and that's what made him amazing, along with obviously the amount of time and things that he saw. I mean, those are people that on broadcast I think just elevate their craft or their what they're doing beyond others.
Right.
Crazy. All right. And then we talk about Miami Dolphins losing picks. I think we kind of talked a little bit. Also, don't forget that Brian Flores' lawsuit looks like they're going to try to fast track it or something of that nature. So what do you think that's going to happen for the Dolphins? They've already lost, I think, the 2023 first round, 2024 third round for the tampering of Brady and Sean Payton. I think the owner, Ross, he got the, I think he got 6 games and $1.5 million in fines. The vice chairman and partner to him, Bill, got $500,000, and he can't take part in any meetings in 2022 season. Was that enough for the tampering on those 2 individuals? And do you think more is going to come to light against Miami once Flores' lawsuit goes into effect if he wins? Pride?
So for starters, obviously more is going to be, shedding light because obviously this is a whole separate investigation. So, I think more is going to come out. In terms of, because a lot of people truly believe that the Dolphins kind of got away a little bit with the whole tampering thing. I feel like they're giving up, like you said, the true draft picks. Ross has been suspended and fined. Here's the thing, though. I feel like the reason why it's not as bad as people want it to be is just because they didn't end up with Tom Brady and they didn't end up with Sean Payton, right? Sean Payton retired and left. Tom Brady ended up going to, he went to Florida, but he went to Tampa instead, right? So I just think it's a situation like that. My concern, this is my legitimate fear and concern. My concern is when people see this, they pay more attention to this than the Brian Flores situation. Exactly. That's just the vibes I'm getting. Yeah. That's just the only thing I'm worried about. They like the picks they took from them. I mean, it's probably picks that we're gonna trade because they're in a situation where they want to win now, and those picks probably want to get any of the top quarterbacks that would be coming out in the draft. So would it made a difference? God knows, but I don't. It's crazy, kind of, but just make sure we don't lose sight of Brian Flores because I feel like people are going to get so overwhelmed with this, especially when you hear a big name like Tom Brady in terms of a player like Tom Brady and a big coaching name like Sean Payton. When you hear those 2 names, you tend to automatically gravitate towards it and just be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But, obviously you do want to do an investigation. Don't let this either A, supersede the Brian Flores situation, or worse, have people think that this is the punishment for the Brian Flores situation, and then it ends up getting forgotten about, and then next thing you know, the Brian Flores situation never gets an actual resolution. So,
absolutely, I absolutely agree with you. That's why I'm asking about the Brian Flores and what it means to the Dolphins, because, like you said, I don't want that to necessarily take a back seat to this, or even get, like you said, confused that this is it. So, you're right, man. We definitely got to keep the heat on that discussion, and I really am kind of curious to see what goes on with this lawsuit. Frankie, Brian Flores, Dolphins tampering. What do you think?
Cheaters. I've been waiting for so long to say that. Fucking cheaters. How's it feel?
What about your Patriots, bro?
No. We're done with that. This is in the here and now, Rob. This is the here and now. We're not talking about the past. We're not talking about the Patriots. We're talking about the Miami cheating Dolphins that try to temper to get the GOAT, and it just didn't work, bro. Right? It just didn't work. All right, you guys are cheaters. All right, how's it feel? How's it feel for a Patriot fan to finally come to you and call you a cheater?
Well, if we finish with a better record than y'all make the playoffs, then
it's not gonna happen. You wanna know why? Because your owner's suspended. You guys are just too distracted. You're too distracted, and you don't know what to do. You guys are gonna just go on for the rest of your lives like we are, and everybody's just gonna
all right,
call you
man.
guys cheaters. It's all right, bro. It's all right.
We're gonna be all right, man. We're gonna be all right, man.
Listen, Jay, that's all I got. Listen, Jay, that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say, Jay.
Logan.
Cheaters.
I hear you.
What's up?
Logan, Flores, Dolphins losing picks. What do we think?
I mean, another
Cheaters,
NFL.
Logan. Say it, Logan. Cheaters.
I'm holding off a lot of tape. I'm holding my tongue just so Rob can get his stuff out.
Nah, Logan, bring the smoke.
No. I ain't got much to say because this ain't my team.
Bring the smoke to that.
No, hold on, Frankie. Logan can't really say anything about cheaters because, granted, the Miami Dolphins are cheaters. The Raiders had a killer on their team, so I don't think he's in a position to say anything. So.
I'm about to say, hey, we've done worse. What can I say? Not to brag or nothing, Pride, but I mean, hey. Anyways, so Dolphins, they got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. The cookie jar being Tom Brady and Sean Payton. Pause. Pause. Obviously, they tried to get him. It didn't work. They got popped for it. And they're losing a good bit of money too, right? They got fined a couple mil. I mean, the 2023 pick was probably going to be a late round pick, maybe, depending on how they do next year. So it wasn't like it was going to be super valuable anyways. But it still hurts though. 'Cause, I mean, it's a first rounder. I mean, that's still substantial. Don't matter what you pick at. That's still a selection you're going to be missing. So it's going to be rough if they don't have a good year this year and they have a top 10 pick and they don't get it next year. It's going to suck. But, like Pride said, let's not forget the fact that the Brian Flores situation is still being talked about and still going to happen. This is just something else that we all just found out about. So we'll see how that goes.
Cheaters.
Look, guys, they won't be the first. They won't be the last. There's other NFL teams around the league that's tampering.
What you mean? All of our teams do it, but they just don't get caught.
Just haven't gotten caught. The Dolphins are not the first team to do this. The Dolphins, to me, are poorly ran. They don't have the greatest owner in sports, so I'm not surprised this has happened. I mean, it's gonna happen. It happens in sports, in all professional sports. The Dolphins lose draft picks. I'm sure they're not gonna lose any sleep over it. What else can you do? You lose draft picks, and you have to pay the consequences for your actions, and that's what they're doing. They're losing those picks. It's unfortunate for a team that's trying to do everything they can do now to win. They fired their last coach.
Cheating.
And now they're looking to go into a new direction. But it's poor ownership.
Rob just can't wait to defend his team right now, bro.
I was about to say.
He just biting at the heels right now. He's like, he's like, Frankie, I'm coming back.
He's like,
Rob,
the Patriots
just don't violate the Pats too much, bro. Because I'm a Patriots fan too. I don't want to get caught in the crossfire. Let's keep it strictly to the Yankees, bro. Because I ain't a Yankees fan, Rob. So I just want to thought my little piece off right there, bro. Remember,
it's got nothing to do with the Yankees. It's got nothing to do with the Yankees. You see the answers, Foxborough, Frankie C. Football's back.
That is true.
So you want to bring the smoke? Yeah. You bring it to my Pats. Go ahead and try.
He is Foxborough, Frankie C.
Let me give Rob, since this is Rob's team, let me give him the max amount of time here. Rob,
give him the big screen.
No.
Yeah, you know what?
I feel like look at it like it is what it is. Hold on. Let me. I don't agree with Brian Flores getting fired. I thought he did a good job coaching the Dolphins, but stuff happens. I'm not the biggest fan of Stephen Ross either. But stuff happens, and we got a new head coach now, Mike McDaniels. We spent a shitload of money in the offseason to get this offense right, getting Tyreek Hill, and we should have a pretty good offense this year to go along with the defense we have. So I'm looking forward to the season, and I don't think anything's going to let the Dolphins get distracted by what they have to prove this year, and that's first off. We got to find a way to beat Buffalo. Either we beat them up here or we beat them down there in Miami. And then obviously take care of the rest of the teams in the division, New England and the Jets. The main thing is the Dolphins just need to focus on football. They can't worry about getting distracted by all this nonsense and stuff going on. Let that stuff be dealt with off the field, and whatever happens, man. It's football season coming up now, and they just need to take it one game at a time. That's all.
Damn.
What a
Rob
way.
taking the high road.
Nah. Fuck that. What a way for a cheater to try to hide his ways.
Hold on. Hey, we don't hear, hold on. Let me ask Rob a question here because.
Ooh, he said I'm not chew. Ooh, go ahead, Rob. Oh, that's a shot.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, yo, I love this.
We'll be all right, man. We're gonna be all right. Don't worry.
Rob.
Hey.
Now listen, Rob. You're gonna have to play. Well, you're in the same division as Frankie and Pride's Patriots.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Do you think that you finish better than them in the standings when we go into the playoffs, or do you think you're going to be even or less?
No doubt, man. I mean, the Patriots, they don't have much on the offensive end. I mean, look who their offensive coordinator is going to be. It's going to be the guy who was in Detroit. What's his name?
Matt Patricia.
Matt Patricia, man. I mean,
hey, he's got the pencil though. That's how you know
that guy's going to be your offensive coordinator, bro. I mean, that guy's a decent offensive coordinator. I can't see that guy being an offensive coordinator, and Belichick doesn't want that job, man.
And that's what surprises people. See, you see how you looking at us and you're laughing. That's what's going to surprise you when we come out and we whip that ass.
Listen, I'm a Tua Tagovailoa guy.
In Miami, you know.
I'm a Tua Tagovailoa guy.
You guys are tough in New England, but anytime we play all down in Miami, we usually beat you guys down in Miami. But
that's why I'm glad that's why I'm glad the first game is in Miami. Yeah. Get that shit over
with. Fine. So after that, bro, listen. I'm not even gonna listen. I'm a Tua guy. I really am. I like Tua. I think Tua could be a starting quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
I lovingly call Tua Tagovailoa, right? Because there's a lot of people who try to slander him, and I think that's out of pocket. I think it's whack to try to slander him.
Whack.
It's whack, right? Listen.
Yeah.
I will be shocked. Y'all finish at 8-9. Let's just get that out the way. Y'all finish at 8-9. All right. Let's just throw that out the window. Y'all not finishing over 500. Right. Like, I'm just saying, bro. Like,
look at all our speed on offense, man. Jalen Waddle, Tyreek.
And that's fine. And you know who else has speed? Henry Ruggs. Where he at? Not on the field. So speed don't help, bro. I'm telling you.
Hey, I'm just saying, if we're gonna pass the bad juju from last year onto a team, Rob, you can fully accept it. The Raiders went through enough last year. We went through enough last year, man.
I can't wait. I cannot wait for Devontae Parker to come back to Miami and just shit on you guys and just show you guys what you guys just like. Bro, I can't wait. I cannot wait.
He lighting him up for 10 catches for like a $130 with 2 tutties.
I do like
Devontae
Parker. I thought he was a great receiver.
Of Patriot Miami Dolphin watch-alongs, so be on the lookout for that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I like Devontae too, man. But I'm gonna miss him. But I mean, we had to move on, and
we had to move on. We got Tyreek Hill. That's even better.
Yeah, we got Tyreek Hill. That's what I'm saying.
Tyreek Hill.
But here's the thing.
He goes better with Tua. He goes better with Jalen Waddle. Like Devontae Parker didn't fit the system well with Tua.
I mean, look, I don't know about Tyreek Hill because the thing is like when he was in Kansas City, the reason why he was able to do all that running stuff was because they had a triple team Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
You can't say the same thing about Mike Gesicki, unfortunately, because even though I have a lot of respect for him, and I think you can make an argument he's a top 5 tight end.
That's a dog.
Unfortunately, y'all treating him more like a blocker as an extra lineman than actually using him in terms of the passing. That's what y'all been doing this whole training, like a lot of this training camp. Yeah, I just been using him as an extra body to block, which I think is kind of dumb.
I think you got to utilize him more. Dude's solid.
Yeah, bro. Listen,
I think all the Dolphin fans would agree with that.
You got to put Gesicki out there. You got to let him run.
We're going to come back to more of this training camp, which I think is going to fall to that training camp.
Yeah.
Hold on to that because we got a lot to talk about with that. We're going to move on real quick to the next topic, which I think does come into training camp report. So let's just get there already. Damn it.
We ain't waiting.
Jesus.
Yeah. See, that's how we
Jay's like, I should have just switched the slide.
Good information.
Okay, hold on real quick. Can someone put up that comment by John Suggs?
Which one?
Yeah,
he got like
the last one.
The Tyreek Hill one.
No reason Tyreek Hill had those numbers, or the only reason he had them was because he had a QB that could throw deep. He don't have that now. Tyreek is not a route runner. He is just a sprint runner. Woo. I've been screaming this for years, and not a single soul wanted to listen to me. He's not a route runner. The cleanest route he can run is a fly, and he can't even do that right.
Right.
Do with that information as you will. He's just a speed dude who excels when the play breaks down because he's fast. He's got fast acceleration, right? His acceleration is fast, and his top speed is stupid fast. So he's quick and fast. That's something not a lot of guys have.
Yeah.
But that's where he thrives. That's where he thrives. So do with that information as you will. Thank you, John. I've been saying it, and I've been getting slandered by some people. So I'm just glad someone else sees it. But Miami 8-9. That's all I gotta say, bro. That's all I gotta say.
All right, man.
And that's just being nice. And that's just being nice.
You talking about our Patriots?
Nice.
Listen, us. Honestly, we'll probably be 9. We'll probably win 9 games. Maybe.
No, we're definitely winning 10. We're definitely winning.
You think 10? Honestly, I'll be honest with you.
10.
I don't think we're winning. I don't even think we're making the playoffs.
You think Devontae Parker's gonna stay healthy the whole year for y'all?
Hell yeah.
Hold on.
You
think Tyreek Hill's gonna stay healthy for you the whole year? If that's the game you want to play, we can go tit for tat.
I hope so.
So that's just all I'm saying. You got Parker. We got Devontae Parker, Kendrick Osborne, right? We have, granted, it's not the best wide receiver core, but they're getting better. They're getting better. Combine that with the fact that we're now going to use Njoku and Hunter Henry more in the passing, which why we didn't last year, I guess the world will never know. But because Frankie, but make it make sense. We go and get the 2 best tight ends, and we're like, we got them. Oh wait, we actually got to play them. Like, why? Like, what was the point? Like, I honestly was butthurt about that. I really was.
But don't, like I said, bro, don't be surprised this year because I've been watching training camp, and I'm not giving none of our secrets out to you bums.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
I do know this. Hey, now hold on, guys. I do know.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Mac Jones looks like he could beat up any quarterback in the league. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Hold on,
Mac Jones beat up every quarterback in the league, even Derek Carr. Logan.
Hey, hold on. Explain to me this now. Mac Jones. Hold on. Mac Jones had 4 interceptions in camp already. They said there's a communication problem between him and Parker and the rest of the wideouts. 4 interceptions. I mean, is that the outcome?
Okay, hold on. 4 interceptions in the entirety of training camp.
Jay said miscommunication by Jones and Parker. Jay, your source is as stupid as your team.
Hey now, no need to throw shots at Cowboys. We're doing fine. Thank you very much.
Because you know what, your source is telling me that your quarterback Dak Prescott already hurt his ankle. He told me Ezekiel Elliott is already holding his knees.
See, why are you getting
I could keep going. I could keep going.
But I'm Jay, real quick, to touch on that point about him. So those reports are kind of misleading. And the reason why is because what they're trying out new things. And they're basically what they're really trying to do. They want, in essence, Mac Jones. They want him in a situation where the play breaks down. They want Devontae to be his number 1 option when the play breaks down. And that's where these interceptions are coming from. It's not coming from a place where like they got a set play and Mac Jones is underthrowing him. It's just one of those situations where the play breaks down. Mac Jones has to roll out, and he's still looking for everybody else. But he sees Parker, and then he tries to throw a laser into a tight window. So it's not like he's just throwing interceptions, right? It's a more of a situation of I'm throwing you the balls that Tom Brady would throw to Julian Edelman. I'm throwing you balls that Patrick Mahomes would throw to Travis Kelce. I'm throwing you balls that Derek Carr will throw to Devontae Adams.
He's basically saying Matt Jones is going to throw his balls in every other quarterback's mouth because that's what he's going to do.
You got it. That's crazy. I set it up and I missed it. That's why Frankie's here. Let's go. Let's go, Frankie.
Weird seeing Devontae Parker wearing a Patriot uniform this season.
Who you telling, bro? And he's only been in the league, what, a year? 2 years?
Who?
Parker? Parker?
Nah, he's been in the league for a while.
How long?
More than that.
Since like 20.
He got drafted right the year before Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, he got.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
What? Really?
Waddle was a rookie last year.
That's what I'm saying. He got drafted the year before Jalen Waddle.
I can afford the league,
bro. I thought
right, Rob?
Devontae Parker
was
Rob,
that's your team. So I'm leaning on you right now, Rob. I'm leaning. It's your team.
Yeah, Devontae Parker was drafted in like 2014.
Oh no, that's far back. Oh no, I'm smoking herbs. Don't listen to me.
Okay.
Yeah, drugs is bad. Don't listen to pride. Don't listen to pride. I'm on drugs.
If you ask me, I think Devontae Parker should have gone to the Ravens. I think that would have been a good fit for him there.
Yeah, Ravens
with Lamar Jackson.
I mean, not really, because he's not big enough to block. So
he wouldn't be getting the ball passed because Lamar Jackson don't use his arm.
We're not allowed to say that.
Yeah,
we're not allowed to say that.
Hold on. So speaking of Lamar Jackson has his quarterback coach in camp with him. They say he's completed so far 25 out of 33 passes. He's got about a 75% completion. Having Lamar Jackson's coach there, is it going to make a difference in Lamar Jackson's throwing abilities?
Depends. Are they going to throw him to actually throw it?
Okay.
That's all it comes down to.
Jay, can I ask a serious
No,
question?
I'm not big. I'm not huge on Lamar Jackson.
Serious question.
Who's Lamar throwing to this year?
And how many of those are short passes?
What we got?
Parker
And
was
I agree.
drafted in
It doesn't go to
2015.
like long range.
Hold on. So Rob, it was 2015.
2015.
That's when he got drafted? Okay.
Yep.
All right, so what? So he's probably in the last year of his
7.
rookie year contract, right?
Right. What, year 7?
Yeah. Yeah, this is 2022. So yeah, this is what we're in.
Yeah, this is
Last
his
year.
final year of his rookie contract. All right, I was off.
Damn,
by
he had a 7-year rookie contract.
No. No,
Devontae
rookie deal's like
Parker?
7
Logan,
years.
you just said 7 years, Logan. You just said 7
No,
years.
I'm saying he's been in the league for like 7 years. He got drafted in 15.
7 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Who?
So how is he still in his rookie contract?
I'm about to say Rob said he got drafted in 2015.
Yeah.
That's like 7 years ago, right?
Yeah, so he shouldn't-
Yeah. So he ain't on his
Yeah.
rookie deal.
Yeah.
No, he's done with his rookie
No,
deal.
he
Come on.
Yeah.
Because rookie deal is more like
Come on, guys.
Come on, bro.
If you guys are gonna be football fans, know your shit, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're not caught up on all of our Devontae Parker
Damn.
contract talks.
I've never heard Devontae Parker come out of Frankie's mouth until we traded for him. So Frankie,
Don't
shut
slander
up.
don't slander my wide receiver's name like that, yo.
Oh, yeah, now,
The
now I
best in
can't
the
stand
league
you.
right now.
That's in the league.
Okay, what you're saying about
Best in the league, John,
about Lamar
that's right.
Jackson and his quarterback coach is the only stipulation. Is his quarterback coach going to hold him accountable? That's it. The Ravens been coddling him his entire career. All they need to do is go up to him and say, "Yo, Lamar, look, this is what we're going to work on." The entire training camp, and for every throw you do that's less than 7 yards, you're running a sprint. That's it.
Bro, I love John Suggs, bro, because I'm not the only one that calls Mac Jones mac and cheese. Hey.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
Yeah, you're not the one that's being called Frankie the Yankee either, apparently.
I'm about to say,
I'm not right now. I'm
Monty's
not right
already
now, Jay.
number 1 on your
Even
hit
I
list.
said I'm not Jay because I'm
He
Fox
actually
Bro
did say
Frankie C.
He did say that. He did.
Look at
Not
you.
only
You
did
don't
he
switch
say
it
that,
up.
he said it as soon as he got in here. So I gotta back him up here, Jay.
Look at you,
And
Jay.
Immediately he said it.
Damn,
No,
yo,
I'm
get off
just
my
saying,
get off
Frankie
my
Yankee.
nuts.
Going back
Get
to
off
Damien,
my
he
nuts
said
like fucking Dak
he said
Prescott's
he's
on Mac
taking
Jones.
psychedelic drugs with Aaron Rodgers.
Damn. I love you, Jay, but damn.
I love
Rob,
this
what'd you
show.
say, Rob?
Jay.
This show is phenomenal.
Damian Hernandez said you're taking psychedelic drugs with
Bro,
Aaron
I don't-
Rodgers.
Bro.
Hey, Rodgers did say he was on some psychedelics, so that's why he had a good year.
Did, man. He said he was
Damien-
doing some weird shit.
Look, so you look at Ayuk, right, over there at the 49ers, who they, apparently be having a good camp as well. Teamed up with Kittle and Debo. How is the 49ers going to look under Trey Lance now? I mean, what are we expecting out of
Horrible.
Trey?
Not good. Bro, why do they still got Jimmy G on the team? If they're going to
Well,
trade him, why is he on the team?
Oh,
I
no,
mean,
according to them, he's
Bro,
waiting to
there's-
clear his what do you call it? His physical. Once he
Yeah.
Who
clears
are they
the
going to
physical-
trade him to?
Hold on,
Who
be
knows?
real though.
Listen.
Be real for a minute. Because we honestly have not seen this guy play in the NFL as much as we really expected him to be. So like, give him a chance. But I
No.
agree with Pride. He's gonna be horrible.
Wait, hold on. Give him a chance. But I can reply. It's gonna be horrible. Listen, real quick. I think I might have said it here before, but just in case, I'm gonna say it again. The reason they're keeping Jimmy G, simple. Week 5, Trey Lance gonna be back on the bench. I'm telling you, watch. In week 5,
I give it by week 4.
Yeah, Pride's been saying that too.
Week 5,
faithfully.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
telling you,
no.
they're keeping him because they're scared. Like, they want to give him the opportunity, but they're scared because they understand, damn, this kid is mid at best, bro.
And they
Like,
drafted
I would rather
him,
have
Pride.
Geno.
They traded up to draft him at number 3 overall, so they got to play him.
Like, you have
If not,
exactly
they're
got
going
no
like
choice.
idiots.
Exactly. So like that's all they're doing right now. Which again, in my world,
I don't think it's the best idea.
it's play him. Let's confirm the stupidity. Play him.
I just don't
Play him.
understand.
Let him on
I
the
can't-
field.
I can't wrap my head around it, fellas. I know Jimmy ain't the best quarterback in the world,
He's better than Trey Lance.
but he's better than he wins.
He wins, right?
He wins.
And
He
and
wins
the
ball
reason
games.
why he wins because he knows his role.
I'm about to say he knows he don't got to go out there and throw for 350 and 4 touchdowns. He don't have to do that.
No.
He doesn't care to do that. That's
Now
why
when
he's
you
so
have
perfect.
Debo on your
He
side.
said, I'm gonna give it to Debo to carry the hard work.
Right,
Oh,
right.
God. He's like, you'll do that, and I'll take the picture because I got the nice smile.
Exactly.
Like,
Because
no.
Debo is the engine to their offense. He's the engine.
Bro, they about to take full
And the thing
advantage
about
of
this is
Debo.
took a $70 million couple
Debo got
years.
paid.
I mean, for what?
That's
for the
what I'm saying,
load he had
Jay.
to carry for the 49ers. Do you think that Debo actually undercut himself on the money side?
100%.
They about to
100%.
use him. They're gonna use so much
How about
advantage.
that? This
on
man's
Debo after
about to be out of
signing him.
stamina by week 3.
What?
Look, I will say
Bruh.
this: if anybody deserves to be paid, these
Get Debo.
absorbent contracts that these quarterbacks are getting, Debo should be getting that same damn type of contract.
Now you're right.
But you know what?
He
You know
deserves his
also.
money.
You know what he needs to think of though is the 49ers are using him so much. Yeah, you got the money that you want, bro. But you also got to think about your health in the NFL this time around. Like the NFL is like with the health and injuries and stuff is no joke. And you're gonna keep, going out on the field, playing running back, playing wide receiver. You're gonna end up hurting yourself like physically really bad. So like I understand you got your money, that's cool, but you're gonna, bro.
And real quick, Damien says Jimmy G wins games, not Super Bowls. Why keep him? I'm explaining it to you. I'm gonna explain.
Okay.
It to you. The
He won
reason
2 of them
why
on the
you
bench.
keep him,
I'm not saying.
the reason why you want to keep Jimmy G, you can't win Super Bowls if you don't make it to the playoffs. You don't make it to the playoffs if you don't win games.
Jimmy G is
takes you
proven.
closer
Trey
than
Lance
Trey
is
Lance.
unproven.
110%.
Is that pretty much it?
110%.
Like,
Wait,
Jimmy's
why does Damien
proven.
even care?
I'm about to say, what do you care, Damien?
Like
You're a
Jimmy
Bears
G
fan.
went to a
He
Super
don't even
Bowl.
cut a quarterback.
So you got
if we're gonna be
Justin
honest.
Fields. But,
Justin Fields.
Justin,
Hey.
the game is too slow. Fields, bro, got lit
hey, bro,
up.
let's
He
not
was
forget about
like,
that elite wide receiving core full of guys from Kroger.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Publix,
Yo, my bad. I
Walmart.
forgot they got N'Keal Harry. They about to have a blast.
I would say
They
you
about
gave
to
him
go-
a
they about to blow the league's back out, bro.
yo,
Speaking of wide receivers, we got some news.
Oh, let me hear it.
Marquise Brown got arrested today for driving too fast.
I thought you got arrested. I thought you got
I
arrested.
thought that was yesterday.
Oh, that was today. I
Oh
think.
my god.
Either
what
way,
is
I know he
that?
got arrested.
Either way,
That man was
it was
speeding.
criminal speeding.
That's the
Criminal
What is
speeding.
time to be alive? What is time to be alive?
6 games.
Marquise
Now
Brown.
he's-
Marquise
Is
Brown.
he going?
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
Rob, hold on, real quick. Rob, I want you to repeat that.
You already got D-Hop out 6 games. Now, what's going to be the penalty for Marquise Brown? Hollywood Brown is like
Maybe
top
a game.
receiver now. Maybe
Like
a game.
2
Yeah.
or 3 games.
Maybe.
Probably
I don't
four,
know.
probably
It's not
four.
a good
It is
look
just
for him.
speeding, though. You know what I mean?
If
Like,
it's criminal speeding, he didn't hit anyone, right?
Yeah.
it was
So
just, he was
I think
driving
it'll
too fast.
honestly. I would be honestly. I don't even think he gets suspended.
Yeah,
Probably
I don't.
I think he gets a
I'm
fine.
not feeling it. He'll get fined.
126 mile per hour ride though, so it's not too bad.
Nah, bro, legit. That's what Ruggs was going pretty much. You know.
Yeah,
Don't
minus
talk about
murder.
Ruggs. Don't talk about Ruggs.
Minus the
No,
murder.
I'm just
Don't talk
saying.
about
I'm
that
saying
murder.
the speed. I'm not
I'm trying to
comparing
justify
the
your guy.
the speed. Chill.
Not only is he a
again,
murderer,
and that's
he
why
kills
I say
women and
nobody
dogs.
ever really learns from anything.
Yeah.
You know,
From
we would
Hollywood
think with what
Florida,
happened to
Brown.
Ruggs and the situation that involved, you know, you would think people like Brown would be like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to go down that road. But that's not. They go down that road anyway.
It's like how I don't understand how people still get arrested for DUIs. Bro, there's Ubers all around the world.
Word of my mother.
Why are you still driving?
Speaking
Yeah,
of Uber,
You are
That's
Speaking
of Uber.
reckless. And
Speaking
and
of Uber, did you
crazy,
see-
But a lot of them do it.
Logan,
They try to get away with it.
Logan, I think you've probably seen it. Devontae Adams put up when Hunter Renfrow was in charge of the Uber.
They were all
small
crammed in the
It was a small ass sedan where Hunter had Renfrow in the
That man
driver's seat.
he got paid too.
It was Derek Carr in the back.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams. Who am I missing? I'm missing someone else.
And yeah, it was Derek Carr too, I think.
No, I know. I said Derek Carr. Derek Carr.
I forget. I thought it was
Probably,
only two.
probably Waller. Probably Waller.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Just some
I
other
don't
big
know.
body.
It was a big body, and it's hilarious because like 3 of
They're
them
all
are like in
crammed
the back,
in.
and like Devontae Adams is like, "Yo, you're never calling another Uber again."
Bro, he could have
And
spent
it-
$5 more and got him a bigger ride.
Oh,
Bigger ride.
God,
Come on.
bro, like, yo, that joke was hilarious.
You got
bro.
4 football players and a freaking Hyundai comes up and you're like, this ain't working.
It's like, ain't no way. He's like, this ain't real. This ain't real. And it's funny because like on Twitter, someone asked him, "Yo, how'd you get on it or get in it?" He was like, "We're all chilling." It pulls up, honks the horn. We ignore it, and then we just see Hunter walk up to it. Like, here's our ride.
That's like Logan ordering us an Uber for me, Pride, Jay, and fucking John.
Right. Hey, I'm trying to save this money. Come on. Y'all can get it.
$5, bro. Come on. Cheap ass.
I'm just saying, with that kind of money, you can even rent a car and go. If you really want to go out drinking, you can rent a car.
Yep.
You limousine services that can provide you service.
But to Rob's point, though, the Cardinals better hope he don't get suspended.
Ooh, that's gonna be tough.
Because think about it. He said you lost D-Hop, right? If let's say Hollywood gets suspended, your number one receiver now is who? AJ Green? Who's still?
Yikes.
Who I think still he's got the talent,
but
I put him in the Julio Jones category. Still got the talent, but you can't go like you can't.
He's not your number one anymore.
You can't,
5+ years ago, maybe, but not now.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
now.
like you can't.
Also, hey, bro, Kyler better be in the film room studying like that contract said. But I mean,
I hope
if that's the case,
I hope he doesn't.
He said Kingsbury's still going to be in the hot. If they don't get to the playoffs, I would. Yeah, this team better be in the playoffs.
They just got their ass whooped by the Rams.
That's it. They rammed. Killed it.
They rammed them.
Oh my god.
Right, we're gonna move on from this one here. And we're gonna go into greatest defensive player of all time. You know, I've always seen this for years. My favorite guy, just because of what he did for football, it's still LT. Man. I can't move on from LT not being the best.
Bro, LT's mid, bro. LT is mid, bro. I'm better. I'm so great. I got banned off a football field. Come on, let's get it together. That's why I'm here, right? I'm so nasty. I got banned. Yo, hey Jay, question. Do you remember when you tried to convince us that Hakeem Olajuwon was more dominant than Shaq? You remember that tape?
He will always down that hill. Come on.
Woof. What a take.
Who said that?
Oh, Frankie, you weren't here, Frankie?
Oh,
Frankie, Papa.
Yeah,
Papa.
Frankie. Yeah.
Logan, do I have your permission for story time?
I thought that was the
Hey, I don't care. I don't care. Do whatever you want.
I got your permission. I want to make sure. Yo, Papa, Frankie. Oye, te jodiendas de este mamá me estaba diciendo, ¿verdad? Mira. So we were talking about how Shaq, we were talking about something. We ended up going to Shaq and how we were saying.
I got a lot of blast.
He muted me. No. This is a real show. And Logan, if I'm wrong, Logan, correct me. If any fact I say is wrong, Logan, check me because you were there.
Okay.
Frankie, he said, because I was saying how Shaq was the most dominating player in the history of the NBA. And everyone agreed. And I'm like, yo, am I wrong? Jay talking about, hold on. Hakeem Olajuwon was dominant. And I'm just like...
Not as dominant as Shaq, bro. I don't think so.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you. And I'm just saying.
So you're telling me
like
that
Olajuwon, bro, but he's a more skilled
because
center.
Shaq is so large, that's what makes him dominant.
No.
Who cares?
And I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, that doesn't matter because if you're bigger, guess what? That means you're more dominant. But my point was, you can't compare them in terms of dominance because Hakeem was a finesse player.
Yeah, I agree on that.
You feel me? He's a finesse. He was like he with the footwork, like as Shaq say, feet work. Like he doing that. The dream shake. Guys go up to him for footwork on the block. He's a finesser. Shaq is like, hey yo, I'm gonna put my butt to your chest. I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna dunk the ball. And when I dunk the ball, I'm gonna put my chest in your face. Like that Shaq.
You sound just like him.
Why was that so good?
I'm just saying, bro. Like Shaq would dead ass like you know how Shaq used to tell a story. Oh yeah, I used to rip cervixes. He used to do the same thing on the court. He used to bro. He was shoving his schlong down this guy's throat. You told me Hakeem is more dominant, and I love Hakeem.
No, Hakeem goat, but
Shaq probably.
Hey,
well, now he's advertising general commercials.
Even Shaq are fighting away from the rim. I'm saying that Hakeem can either throw the dream shake up or he can do the up and under and still put the ball in the hoop.
And again, what you accidentally just did was contradict yourself because in a conversation of straight, I'm telling you, you can't ask me how you contradict yourself when I'm in the middle of explaining how you contradict yourself. I'm telling you right now, you in the conversation of who's more dominant, you named Hakeem's two best moves that are finesse moves. You like in terms of dominance, you lost the conversation there.
Well, I guess what I'm talking about when I say dominant, we have different. My idea of dominance is how skilled am I? How can I score? If I can score from multiple different ways, to me that's
not dominance. That's who's the better overall player. Like who's the more skilled player.
Okay, I'll give you that. No, I'll give you that. Okay, I'll give you that.
And if you're talking skill, we got a different conversation. Then I
Get your shit together, Jay. Get your shit together.
Dog, you don't understand, bro. I almost died, bro.
Transfer on my name and let some other white guy take it from me. So shut your damn mouth.
Jay, I love you, but get your shit together, damn it.
Jinkies, Logan.
If you're gonna be a white guy,
made Frankie the Yankee. Now Foxborough Frankie.
You know it's coming.
Can I ask you guys a question? Can I ask you guys a legitimate question?
Damien said we need counsel. No, we don't, Damien. Get on the show. You're our counselor. We'll get on you.
On God, bro. Yeah, we just
we
need
don't
to
get
see
a
your face. Hey, yo, look at this picture. Hey, with the rock away. Now lean back. Hey, now lean back.
That's why he gets and that's why he gets all those views and women comment on it.
Yeah, why does he look like he pours in the milk first before the cereal?
He really does get a lot of views, though.
But let me ask y'all a question real quick, because honestly,
all right,
Aaron Donald. No, it's about this. It's about this because y'all want to say the greatest.
Shut the fuck up, Jay. Go ahead, Brian.
That wasn't me. No, I don't want that being thrown on me.
That was straight up me. That was 100% me.
What did you do, Frankie?
Responsibility. I took him
out.
I know you did.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't want to get yelled at.
Hey, why you moving around?
That wasn't me, Jay.
Back in
I
now.
just want the record show.
Go ahead, Brian.
But here's the question.
Go ahead.
Here's the question I have for y'all. Aaron Donald, top 5. I think that's a little excessive.
Yeah, I'm going.
That's just me.
Yeah.
I think having him top 5 is a little excessive, especially like people call him the greatest. I honestly disagree with that. Am I just being a weirdo and a contrarian by saying, because in my opinion he's not top 5. This is gonna be a hot take.
What would you put him at then? It's not top 5. It's top 10.
I would say I don't even know about 10 in all honesty, but dog.
20 for sure, I would say.
20 definitely.
20.
At worst, I'm saying top 15 at worst.
And he's still going too. That's not
right. And that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like, shouldn't we kind of disqualify him for now?
Since he's active?
Oh, not because he's active, but because he can actually do more to bolster his actual case. You see what I'm saying? Like Tom Brady, you can kind of put him in it because no matter what Tom does anymore, he's considered the GOAT.
Right, that's for you, Brian.
Hey,
come
on, bro. I mean,
that's a beautiful
kiss.
Exactly, that's a beautiful name.
you said that name's the GOAT right there.
What, yes, sir. But he said Mac definitely top 5. All right,
Khalil Mack. No, get out of here, you Bears fan.
Someone a timeout. Come on now.
Yeah. Come on now.
If I just
used to play for the Raiders, and I would. If I
literally just said Aaron Donald can't be, like, in my opinion, he's not top 5. What chances Khalil Mack have?
Not that much.
Exactly.
Nah, he ain't.
But I just want to know. Let me know. Like, I just want to make sure, because if I'm crazy, I want y'all to let me know. Like, I don't have him in my top 5, and honestly, I kind of eliminate Aaron Donald from the conversation because I feel like his career ain't set yet. Where he's at right now, I don't think you could really call him top 5.
Yeah, he has to be retired.
I see what you're saying.
So Rob, I'm not bugging, right?
He has to retire first, man.
Right.
Okay. Because I feel like
he has to play.
I'm looking at Bruce Smith. I'm looking at probably beyond in terms of secondary. I mean, there's a lot of guys. Reggie White.
Right. And here's the weird part.
I will say Reggie White probably had the best defense. The Minister defense. Come on.
And here's the weird part about it too is like, this is a question I've always legitimately had. Like, it's easier to compare players in basketball, right, or in baseball, right, because you basically have to do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta hit the ball, run the bases, score. Yeah. If you're pitching, don't let them score. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, the overall.
Yeah.
When you're talking about a defensive player, how do you compare a guy like Aaron Donald to a Deion Sanders?
You can't.
To a Darrell Revis.
It's completely different positions.
Like, and that's why for me, like, in basketball, when someone says, "Oh, you can't compare a center to a 3," yeah, you can, because you've seen centers bring the ball up. So shut up with that foolishness. In football, that's a legitimate take, because if I go, yeah, well, Deion Sanders is better than Aaron Donald because he's got more interceptions, it's kind of valid. So you realize Aaron Donald's job is not to get interceptions. It's to get sacks.
He does a good job at it too.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like
I think you
me.
could put Dion. I think you could put comparison to Dion in that category if you look at the fact that he could shut down whatever side of the field.
100%. I'll be honest with you. That, like, in my opinion, and people get mad at me for this, I got Dion as the greatest defensive player of all time. It's weird, but all I know is Lawrence Taylor can he could check a line. That's great.
That's true.
My guy by himself could check a whole side of the field. You let me know who can check a whole side. There's only one other man I've seen with my eyes check a whole nother side of the field by himself, and that was Darrelle Revis. People forget prime Revis. Revis Island was legitimate. You feel me? There were guys on death row, and they were asked, "Where do you want to stay? Do you want to spend the rest of your time on Revis Island or go to Rikers?" They went to Rikers.
Hey, Pride, I'm asking for a friend. Do you remember the one team that actually got Darrelle Revis a Super Bowl ring?
Hold on.
I think that's a hard one.
Hold on. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. It wasn't a horrible team like the Dolphins. It wasn't a team that supports killers like the Raiders. It wasn't a cesspool of a franchise like Dallas. What team was it?
Oh man.
I'll tell you right now.
I know which one. I know which one.
Go ahead, Frankie. Who was it, Frankie?
The Houston
the
Texans?
greatest team of all time, the 6-time champs, New England
Patriots.
Patriots.
You talking about the one lead?
Why do you say?
I was gonna do the whole day, but I saw I got kicked out.
Doesn't happen like that. Pride.
I was about to say the name, and I saw I got kicked out. I was like, no.
You took too long, brother.
I know, way too long. Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr.
It's like you didn't time it right. But no, what I want to say about LT and how I think LT can counteract the Dion effect, I call it the Dion effect, but how he did it with that side of the field like we talked about, is the fact that LT did redefine how defenses use the linebacker position.
Nah, that's true. And that's where it gets.
People specifically designed their offense around LT's skill set.
It's tough though, man. Like Brad said, it's tough to categorize all these players because.
And remember now, look, this was his. Micah Parsons did extremely well, I thought, his rookie season. But when you look at LT's rookie season,
Mika.
It's stupid. It's stupid. He had
133 tackles.
8 pass knockdowns, 1 interception, 2 forced fumbles, and he got defensive player of the year.
He only got 2 interceptions. Trash can. Yeah, that's him. Trash can.
Also, too, a position we ain't talking about that we haven't mentioned. What about linebacker? Because linebacker is kind of a hybrid.
Matt Judon, bro.
Ray Lewis, man.
Matthew Judon.
Got Ray Lewis is up. Ray Lewis is nice. I ain't saying he's tough, but
matter of fact, do we have a little extra time to spend on this segment?
Taylor and Zach Thomas.
Hurry up. Get it
going.
Okay, so get it out there, Brian.
Y'all wanna do like a Mount Rushmore?
We'll throw some names up there.
We're talking about the greatest ever, I guess.
Get out of here, David Kyler Fuller. Come on. He said, John. John, you put up a good one. He put Deacon Jones.
Deacon Jones is another really phenomenal player.
Bro, there's so many good players. So what
Michael
about
Strahan makes the cut?
Strahan was a good one too, man. Damn.
So we doing what, 5? Just 5 all time?
Taylor and Zach Thomas, man.
Let's do let's do 5. 5 we could agree on.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be in order, just
No.
the 5 guys that if we're gonna talk about the greatest of all time, we're comfortable in that conversation.
Order. I'll give you that.
Right, exactly. Because I'm pretty sure Dion and LT has to be in there.
London Fletcher.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay, so we got 3 spots
and
left.
All
right, so we got 3 spots left.
Okay.
So matter of fact, let's touch on some of the names that was mentioned.
Okay.
John Suggs said Reggie White.
I think you
got to put him in there.
I think you got to put him in there.
You think
he's
so?
Good, man. He's good.
Don't get it twisted. He's good, but then you start thinking of guys like Ray Lewis, Ed Reed. Troy Polamalu, bro.
I was running around the corner and I just see Troy Polamalu.
No, I call him Polamalu because of Pat McAfee.
Polamalu.
I don't think Polamalu. No, not Graves.
You don't think Polamalu? belongs on that list.
And just top 5
Not
ever?
Reggie White.
Not top 5
I mean,
ever.
he's clearly
Ronnie
to
Lott?
me he's the greatest safety of all time.
What about Ronnie
You
Lott?
can make that argument.
Ronnie Lott. Ronnie Lott was missing some digits too.
Yeah, man.
Let's not forget that man only had what 4 fingers.
All right. Let's put Reggie White. Right.
Okay, so that's what 3.
So we got 3 right now. So we got LT, Dion.
Did you mention Michael Strahan?
We floated it, but we're still not.
He's kind of in the reserve right now.
We got the final 2.
Right now.
What about Teddy Bruschi?
Teddy,
very good. I'm not.
I'd put him in the Hall of very good, not Rushmore.
London Fletcher.
So he's got the most career tackles by linebacker with 1,200.
I don't know.
What about
London Fletcher was nice too.
He was, but I don't know about all time.
Hold on. Who, Rob?
I don't know. I mean, like I always say, it's tough ranking these players, man, because it's
Ryan Urlacher. Damn, that's a good one.
Chicago Bears guy.
I was gonna say he's arguably one of he's one of the greatest linebackers in Chicago.
Chicago Bears mainstay, yeah.
What about I wish he would have played longer. Sean Taylor.
Oh yeah,
that man.
Dude, if he would have played longer, we would have a different conversation.
Yeah, we would definitely be having a different conversation. He'll definitely be on this list. I'm pretty sure of it.
Ray Lewis on this. Ray Lewis on our 5.
I would think so.
I got a name.
Who?
What about Derek Thomas?
Oh yeah, for sure. That guy was.
I like Derek Thomas.
Too many.
He's good, but
that's the tough part about it. Is like
what about Bruce Smith?
Every time you would think you got a 5.
Bruce Smith.
Yeah, Bruce Smith.
Yeah.
Bruce Smith.
Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills back in the day.
So here's another one, Bobby Wagner. I put him in the same categories I put Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Richard Sherman.
I mean, he ranks
up. Richard Sherman to me doesn't cut it. He was his own boy.
Jay, you gonna like this one? Go old school with Jack Lambert.
I keep forgetting Logan. You're old as shit. I keep forgetting that.
You're 2 months older than me.
You're old as shit.
No, actually, like a week older than me.
Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget tonight. If you guys haven't noticed, it is the Hall of Fame game between the Jacksonville Jaguars and Logan's Las Vegas Real Price. Shut up! I'm too high for you to be doing that.
I'm not saying.
And ETN stopped playing.
So what, Jay? No, it don't matter if you don't care. If anybody don't care, it's fucking football. Football's back. Suck my nuts. Take it as that.
Okay, so let's get back to this. How many are we at? Three still.
So we're at 3. So we're at Reggie White, LT. All right, then goodbye, Frankie. Anyway, we're at Reggie Wayne.
You trying to tell me goodbye on my show?
Time.
Suck my nuts.
Rob said he's good with Ray Lewis, right? Rob.
Ed Reed. Yeah.
So you want Ed Reed on it? So Ed Reed. Give me one more.
We ain't mentioned Charles Woodson.
So are we definitely off on Bruce Smith?
I like Paul.
I don't know, man.
We haven't. Charles Woodson.
Hey, how about
we
James
haven't
Harrison?
mentioned him.
James Harris.
Nah.
I would put him in the very good.
Yeah.
He was. I think for him, his mistake.
Joey Porter.
Hitter.
Joey Porter.
Yeah,
I think I'm with. I think very good, but not top 5. All right, let's get this wrapped up soon.
Yeah.
All right, we'll throw Bruce Smith in there. There we go. We'll throw Bruce Smith.
Had like
Definitely got Bruce Smith.
500 solo tackles.
He was part of that dynamic.
So we got LT, Prime Time, Reggie White, Ed Reed, and Bruce Smith. I live with that.
I think we covered every position. I think, right?
Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Pause.
Jay?
Covered every position. Dirty, mind you.
Coming from the one that's at pause. All right.
All right. What's up next, Jay?
Foxborough Frankie, what's up, man?
What teams lost in the trade deadline? In my opinion, I think we kind of talked about this earlier. I feel like the Reds, I'm not the Reds, excuse me. I feel like the Nationals kind of lost in that one just for the fact of they gave up 2 really good players. They gave up Juan Soto and Josh Bell when they really could have just given up Corbin, the pitcher, and Soto, and still gotten in the same haul that they got in with that. I felt like they letting go of Josh Bell really kind of hurt them because they really didn't get anything for him.
Yeah.
So I kind of
be honest.
I feel like they could have
as a bigger loser on that one.
I mean, Corbin would have been just a salary dump, honestly, because he's getting paid a decent bit. I don't know why they want to get rid of Bell. I mean, I don't know. Maybe by throwing him in there, they would have got a better prospect, I guess.
Well. So they could have got rid of Nelson Cruz and Corbin and had Soto carry the weight on that and still got the prospects and kept Bell for either a because honestly, Bell's probably not going to resign. I think he's a free agent at the end of the year, so he'll get his money. But they could have used Bell as a they probably could have got picks for Bell with another team. So that's why I think they kind of cut themselves short on the return of investment. I think they cut themselves short.
The only reason why I say no is because they got what they wanted, right? Like, we suck, so we either want prospects or we want draft picks. They got what they wanted. That's why I say no. And all honesty, in my opinion, there's a bigger loser. That's Milwaukee. I've never seen a team make so many boneheaded, stupid, idiotic moves.
While they're still trying to get to the playoffs, apparently.
While they're in first place,
no sense to me at all. It's dumb as hell. So
why would you get rid of your star closer?
You're in first place.
But here's the part.
In first place.
Not only did he lead the MLB with saves, right? They trade him, but that's fine. You know what?
That's cool.
Whatever, right? Because maybe they didn't see eye to eye, and maybe you just want to go. So you trade him for Taylor Rogers, the guy who in the team he was literally got sacked because he basically started performing horribly. Then they one up themselves and go, you know what? Matt Bush from Texas, you're our guy. They go and get him to be the closer. And then they look at everyone in the face talking about, by the way, remember that kid we drafted last year who that young kid that was a closer? Yeah, we're going to hand him he's going to be our closer. It's like, tell me you're dumb without telling me you're dumb. Yeah. You basically are now filled with closers. And now what do you have to bring? What do you have to show for it? Nothing.
Yeah. Hey, because Jay, throw up Damien's list.
I did, but I'll throw it up again.
He said White Sox. Yeah, the White Sox did do nothing, right? They got rid of that catcher.
The White Sox also trying to be my choice. I was gonna say the White Sox didn't do shit.
Yeah, but the Marlins. I mean, the Marlins ain't. They're not in contention this year.
Right. So
the Nationals were worst team in the league. The Brewer. Yeah, probably the Brew. The What the Cardinals do?
You know who else is dumb?
The Cardinals should be on that list. I think the Cubs.
You know who else is dumb? And John, can you put up John Suggs? Because honestly, he had one that blew my mind, and I'm surprised. The Orioles, you had a chance to somehow make the wild card, and you trade Trey Mancini
and their closer. The owner came out though.
Yohei Lopez, they traded him to the Twins.
The owner did come out though and say that they were going to spend in free agency. I think they were going to do something next year. But I'm like, why would you bank on next year though?
Bank on next year if you could have spent and still had Trey Mancini. Because not like
absolutely.
I was talking to Chris about that. Trey Mancini isn't bad.
Really good first baseman.
I mean, I know they still got
Orioles, man. Those Oriole fans got to be feeling underwhelmed because I mean,
upset.
Well,
I don't want to wait till next year. I don't care what the owner says. I ain't waiting till next year.
Why do I want to wait till next year? I've been waiting this long, and this season looked promising, and then you decide to trade Mancini. What the hell? That's why fans don't show up to the games because the Orioles always do that.
Beautiful ballpark.
Reds.
I think the Orioles and the Reds are like twins because they both made the same boneheaded mistakes. So.
Oh my goodness! Talk about boneheaded mistakes. The Reds gave up damn near everybody.
Yeah, Pride. I guess what you think about the Yankees? Or sorry, not the Yankees. The Red Sox. My bad. What are the Red Sox doing? You made a bunch of moves.
He tried to get you, Pride. He tried to get you.
He tried so bad, and no, I'm no. Anyway, I don't know.
Just kind of iffy.
Because I don't know what our goal was. We got rid of Christian Vasquez, right?
Bro, Vasquez just moved next door. They were playing the Astros. He just packed his stuff.
And by the way, Jay, remember how you told me how they just kind of told him to leave? I thought that's not true. The video came out. And basically, he was after he got traded during BP, he was asked questions by the media or whatever. An official took him, and there was like a fan thing of him basically just bringing the stuff over to the other side. I was like, LOL, hilarious.
Yeah, so the Cardinals stopped Montgomery, Quintana. They got rid of Bader.
I didn't understand that one either. I didn't understand the Yankees traded Montgomery.
I'm about to say, I know you touched on it the other day.
You just got Frankie Montas.
Frankie this year plays.
I was about to say they just got Frankie Montas,
I know you said
and they're still trying to give out hope for Luis Severino. So someone has to get left out of the rotation.
Yeah,
Nope.
but I don't know.
It's gonna be Herman.
Keeping that
Exactly. So you got.
Luis
So that's
Severino
what I'm saying. You had
two
two guys that were going to be left out of the rotation. You can get more for Jordan Montgomery, so you might as well trade him and do basically what they've been doing with Herman for the past few years. When you're not using them, you send them to the farm system.
Right. Damien, what about the Tigers? What about the Tigers? I mean, they got a lot of young guys, but no one really.
What about the Tigers?
I mean,
are you a Tigers fan now?
Their biggest trade thing would have been Javier Baez if he could play.
The Blue Jays didn't.
Bro, the Tigers.
Blue Jays didn't do much, man.
They didn't really do much. I expected them to go out and get a pitcher, starting pitcher.
They still need a pitcher.
They still do, and I'm surprised they didn't really make any moves. Hold
on, but they tried though.
Yeah, they tried.
So let's not try to push the false narrative that they weren't doing anything.
No,
they were in the Castillo sweepstakes, the Frankie sweepstakes. They were there. They just were getting outbid.
Carlos Rodon too, right?
They tried, but they didn't leave.
If I was the Tigers owner, I'm like literally pissing off the entire fan base, and I'm trading away Miguel Cabrera.
Oh God!
I will piss the entire fan base.
Man, if you do that, no Tiger fans are coming.
John said, was any Yankees fan sad they got rid of their superstar Gallo? No one was.
Bro, I'm so sad we got
Frankie
rid of Gallo.
Hey, he got an opposite field hit today with the Dodgers.
Real quick, before I forget, Logan, to answer your question, I don't know what we're doing. I don't know, because then we got Eric Hosmer, and everyone is like, "Oh my God, we got Eric Hosmer," and I'm like,
"This ain't 2015, baby."
Facts. I'm like, relax, pump the brakes. Like, he ain't the same. You got to settle down. And on top of that,
plus you paying him a lot of. Well, actually, no. That's
the only good part about the entire deal is that the Dodgers are paying it. Yeah, they're taking the hit. So in terms of financially, I'm glad that works out because who are we still paying? We're still paying someone. Is it Manny?
Mookie?
No, I think we're done paying Manny. No, Dustin. It's Dustin Pedroia. We're still paying Dustin Pedroia. We're still paying Pedroia.
Really?
Why are you paying him?
He just retired like 2 years ago because his whippy ass couldn't get on the field.
Yeah, he retired before his contract ended.
And you know who's gonna be following that same trend? Chris Sale. Watch, we're gonna be idiots. We're gonna let Rafael Devers walk. We're gonna be like whatever. Xander Bogaerts, you can leave. We literally just traded. Few years ago, we traded Mookie Betts. We refused to re-sign anyone. By the way, Chris Sale, you ain't been healthy in years. How you feel about a 5-year extension, buddy? 2 years in, he's gonna retire, and then next thing you know, we gotta pay for it.
Right, I saw on Twitter someone said the Red Sox are always like one step behind. Y'all were gonna offer Mookie 200. The Dodgers gave him 3.
Matter of fact, no. Here's the thing: we're not even. It's to the point where it's not even a step behind anymore. I honestly think at some point our franchise is just brain dead.
No, can I ask you a serious question, Brian? Can I ask you a serious question?
Before you ask, it's very hard to still be a fan.
No.
It's
I'm not gonna troll or nothing like that. But like, real question with the trades and stuff like that you guys did, do you think that saves a little bit of cap money to at least sign back like Rafael Devers or anybody like that?
The most expensive guy that we got rid of was Christian Vasquez, whose contract was running out this year anyway.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you think it'll save money to at least sign Rafael Devers because you guys are not going to sign Rafael Devers and JD Martinez.
The money we signed, we have to go give to Dustin Pedroia, so we're not saving money.
also,
that's the effed up part about the entire situation. If people are like, "Oh yeah, it's a good salary dump move," no, we're just trying to get enough to have Dustin Pedroia just shut up before he starts going to the media and getting mad. Okay. We got to pay this guy a gimp, okay? Can't walk, all right? Okay? He's as mobile as me after I flipped my car 11 times. Okay?
Oh, Lord.
Also, I found it here, fellas. I found the Dustin Pedroia contract. He will be paid until 2028, an average salary of $2.25 million for 6 more years.
And we're already cap strapped as is. We're already cap strapped. right? Somehow, like we went all in, like, I don't know, 47 years ago, and somehow we're still paying other guys from like the Jason Veritek era. How that figures, I don't know. Okay, Manny Ramirez. We have Manny Ramirez's son in our draft system, and we're still paying his dad. What am I supposed to do with that stuff? And Frankie, with a straight face, you're telling me that this trade really opened up money for us to sign either Rafael Devers or Xander Bogaerts, who made it clear, oye, chico, max or nothing, oye, papi. Like, that's the vibe they're on, bro. We're getting Juan Soto ×2. That's us right now.
Damn, bro. I just asked a question. I just
you see what you did, Frankie?
No, because here's the thing. Like, for like 4 years now, we've been like uber stingy, and it's getting me tight. And in 3 years' time, do you know where we're gonna be if we don't really get it together? Do you know where we're gonna be?
Where the
I'm gonna
Reds
be
are?
next to Chris. I'm gonna be next to Chris. Goddamn. Matter of fact, I'll be next to Chris's dad, Mr. Gonzales, bro. I'm gonna give up with the team and I'm gonna go elsewhere, bro. I'm posting free agency.
Bro, he got traded.
Yo, he got sick of it.
He
Yo,
got
Chris's pops. Yo,
Chris got traded. That's why he's on the show tonight.
No, Chris's pops. He got heated. He was like, it literally just took me out of nowhere. He was like, by the way,
I got you, Jay.
He's like, I'm a Dodgers fan now.
Yeah.
He didn't even say it like that. Probably being too polite. He said, "Fuck this! I'm no longer a Reds fan. I'm a fucking Dodgers fan."
Hey,
he was going off.
One more team that we didn't bring up: the Cubs, bro. They didn't do nothing.
And I feel bad because Wilson Contreras and Ian Happ cried.
They gave that awkward hug that don't mean nothing now.
Bro, like you got fans tweeting goodbye, and all of a sudden it did it. So
no one left. How do you not trade them?
That means they both have to get extended. Because there's no way this entire thing happens.
That team is in the dumpster fire right now, man.
Which is weird.
It's weird. They're not giving up. They're gonna try. It's like Orange Cassidy. They're gonna try.
Yo, Pride, look at the private chat.
That's at the end of the show, but we're not there yet, fellas.
Yeah. It's weird how fast those teams went into a rebuild. Both the Nationals and the Cubs.
At least the Nationals are going full on tanking, though. The Cubs are just trying to deny it.
At least the Nationals understand now. Yeah, you know what? We're bums. Oh well, who cares? Whatever, right? They're ready to move on. The Cubs are like, we can still win this.
They're still sitting on that. They still sitting on that championship they got a couple of years ago.
Dog, and it's crazy. I was talking to my boss Kevin earlier, and I looked at him and he looked at me. Yeah, shout out to that boy K Dog. I love you, Brody. But like, we were looked at each other because we were talking about the whole Juan Soto thing before he got traded, and he was and we forgot. We were like, bro, it's only been a few years. I was like 2019. I'm like, why does it feel like longer? And he was like, bro, this is like the fastest fall from grace ever, bro.
We don't lost Jay. Great. Also, too, I was looking at the.
I think it's crazy. Sorry, I think it's crazy how the Washington Nationals won the World Series literally a year after getting rid of Bryce Harper.
That's true. With Juan Soto, mind you.
Oh man, bro.
No, but I looked at the Cubs' salary right now, right? And also like free agents. Contreras is going to be a free agent. Ian Happ is going to go to arbitration. So they could get Happ, but the only thing about Contreras is he's 30, so he's a little bit older.
Right.
So I don't know.
Oh no.
Oh no, Jay. We got our topics.
Oh no.
Yeah, we do. I had to bring it back up because my computer froze. I had to bring it back up. Okay, what a time to be alive in this world. Yeah, let's bring up the next one.
Let's get through it.
And I think this is, last topic. I know
the NFL
was asked about earlier, and here it is. Deshaun Watson. NFL files appeal in the case. I guess, the NFL felt like 6 games wasn't enough. So Goodell goes on ahead and files the grievance or files the appeal, and then he's going to hand it over to a former New Jersey attorney general or something of that nature. I forget the guy's name, but he's not going to do it himself, which I really thought he was going to do it himself. But he is going to have an independent party handle the appeal process. Again, the NFL once a year. I'm thinking 12 games to me sounds about right. Again, I put it on the same level as I put Burfict's targeting 12 games. I figured, that's probably about the right amount of length. But Goodell wants more, right?
I don't understand why we want to do more because it's weird, right? I keep hearing that the NFL has this whole bunch of evidence up to their neck. Where is it? Where is it? I'm asking for where is it? Every time I ask, I never get an answer. No one knows where it is. So I'm convinced it's one of two things. Either A, it doesn't exist and the NFL was bluffing, which would be kind of dumb for them to do that.
Would it be surprising?
Well, but the thing is like, why would you bluff on that knowing eventually you would have to reveal it? Like, if this was a situation where they could bluff it and not reveal it, that's one thing. I think it's the second thing that I'm about to say. I think the NFL saw something that they thought was incriminating. Probably a text message or something. Deshaun probably sent an emoji of an eggplant, and they were like, son of a bitch, we got him. So that's what it was.
Yeah.
Then they brought all that to the lady, right? I call her, that's my Judge Judy. I don't care what anyone says.
The lady.
Okay.
I love Judge Judy.
That's my Judge Judy, right? She looks at it, goes, lols, this is what you had? Okay, 6 games, because this is ridiculous. Like, yeah, you can't come out here and scream, oh, yeah, we got the evidence, then hand a piece of paper that just says pickle emoji. Right?
Right.
Pickle emoji.
Like, I'm being serious. Like, okay, Deshaun Watson calls his dick Pickle Rick. Who doesn't do that? Like, okay? Who doesn't do that? Like, give me something.
Yeah.
Give me something. That's all I want. And Johnson said, no evidence. Why drive this out? Same with the Big Ben rape case. Big Ben gets 6 games. Let's move on. Exactly. Just listen. What people are upset to admit is that the NFL, these 6 games aren't because we know you did it. It's like you put us in this bad situation. You muddied the reputation of the NFL, so we got to suspend you with something. Until you come up with evidence, I'm not going to blindly just be like, oh, yeah, he needs to be suspended indefinitely. That's in my opinion, that's a dangerous precedent you're sending. Because by your logic, yo, Roger Goodell, that car you got, you stole it from me. No investigation can be done. Logan, you killed one of my friends. No investigation to be done. You now need to be held to the full extent of the law. Point blank, period. No investigation, no nothing. We don't need evidence. The investigation, if you want to do an investigation, it's just a formality. Until you see the evidence, I just don't understand it. Here's another part about it, which I think is funny. But people are saying that Roger Goodell is abusing his power to get Deshaun Watson suspended to 12 games. You want to know what the irony about the entire situation is? The same people who are butthurt about Roger Goodell doing this are the same people that want Deshaun Watson out for 12 games. Isn't that kind of weird?
You know, the thing that though is pride. On the criminal side of it, he's not guilty. It's been found, no evidence. He's not guilty, and I'm.
This is purely the NFL at this point. This is not a criminal case.
Right. So, and the NFL, the punishment from the NFL's perspective is you put our reputation on the line when you ended up putting yourself in a situation where it could have been perceived as this.
Right.
Well, I think the moment that he settled with 23 of the women and gave settlements out on the civil side, it makes him look guilty. Because if you're not
no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, because that's a business move.
Then?
Because that's a business move.
If you're not guilty.
Because it's a business move.
Okay, well,
it wasn't going anywhere. Yes. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why, Jay. I'm gonna tell you why. He tried to let this go. They went to the grand jury. I'm not pretending any of y'all are dumb, but for those listening at home, in case you don't know what a grand jury is, you go to a grand jury and you basically present evidence. What the grand jury decides, it doesn't decide whether or not you're guilty, but the grand jury decides whether the prosecution has enough evidence to move forward to an actual jury so there can actually be charges pressed. They could not get through the grand jury. What does that mean? That means either A, there's no evidence, or you have a bad attorney. They rolled with the attorney, so they think the attorney's good. So that must mean there's no evidence. If there's no evidence, what are we supposed to do? What like at some point you got to go, well, look, and I'm not telling y'all that you got to call him a good Samaritan. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying you got to give him a humanitarian award.
I would.
That's you. But my point is, at the end of the day, he said, I didn't do it. It is not the defense's job to prove the innocence of the persecuted. It is the prosecution's job to prove guilt. The prosecution could not meet that burden. If they could not meet that burden, why do we need to change the story to try to make the accused fit the story the prosecution wants everyone to believe? And before anyone says, "Oh, well, what if that was your aunt? What if that was your mom, your sister, your girl?" That is where y'all make the mistake. Because if that was my girl, you know what I would be? Overly emotional, which would make me biased, which then should disqualify me from investigating. Y'all walked into the wall face first. Y'all ran to the point, bleeding, went to the hospital, got it stitched up on your discharge paper and said you ran to the point. You still missed it.
Preach, Poppy, preach.
I'm just saying, people are looking at this situation and y'all going based off of emotion.
When
you hear a guy say, "Oh yeah, he sexually assaulted a woman," okay, what do we do with that? We look at the allegation. We now try to find evidence. We try to see let's see what's the corroborating stories. And it's the old saying, before anyone can sit there and cry and talk about, "Oh my God, 22." What is the old saying? Quality over quantity. Yes, there were 22 stories. 18 of them switched. That's the part no one wants to talk about. 18 of those 22 stories switched. Then 2 of them backed out.
Hey, hold on. Hey, John Suggs, I'm going to tell you what's sketch. And it's sketch on both parts. It's sketch on the Houston Texans, and it's sketch on him as well. If you get a damn massage, don't go to the hotel. Go to the training facility.
And yes, I get you. I get you, but let me ask you a question. With what you just said, is any of that illegal?
No, I'm not saying it's illegal, but it doesn't have to be illegal to be sketchy.
See, again, you just ran to the point head first. Yes, what he did was sketchy. Yes, you did, because what he did was sketchy. Hold on. What he did was sketchy.
I'm gonna go to the trainer,
but Jay,
and have everything on a professional level to where I'm not in trouble. Because I know there's people out there
that
want my money, that want to take something from me.
Jay, you ran into the point head first and missed it. You ran to the point because you just said, I'm gonna tell you, just because it's sketchy doesn't mean it's illegal. So how can you ask for 12 games when he didn't do anything worth the 12 games in terms of an evidence standpoint? Because if at this point we're just suspending anybody, that's just my point. Now, if there's evidence out there, bring it up. That way we could look at it and go, "All right, Deshaun, explain this. Explain this."
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I don't mean to interrupt or nothing, but right now the Hall of Fame game is underway and it's
oh my God,
3-0.
Anyway,
I gotta keep the score updates for our fans.
Anyway, at this point, the 6.
Hey, yo, I'm sick of Pride being rude. All right, and now he's gonna have to take a 10-second time out.
Okay, fine. Sorry, my fault. Okay, I'm crying to come back. Please let me in. I'm crying. All right, can I come back, please?
I get what he's saying, but at the same time,
he saying? What's he saying, Jay?
He's saying
all right,
that.
I'm sorry.
You know, just because it's doesn't make it illegal.
And that's it, bro.
But I don't. Hey, look, man.
I'm tired of this story. I'm so over this.
I bet you he doesn't do any more private massages. I bet you from now on, he goes to the damn practice.
Me too. I noticed when I was up.
Yo, I'm listening to Jay say it's taken under. I just hear Big Shot Rob. Man, fuck the show. I just hear Rob's deep ass voice, just like fuck the show,
bro. Just get married, and then you don't have to worry about these masseuse women.
And listen, I'm with you, bro.
Woman and that's it. You be good, bro.
I mean, and listen, I'm with you, and I'm with Jay on that. Like, bro, you got a girl, bro. Like, she'll give you a happy ending, and it won't even be weird after that, bro. Like, you could have gotten that at home, but to call it illegal and say, "Oh yeah," because he, in essence, he cheated on his girl. Is that worth 6 games? I don't think that's it. It's really not. But the 6 games isn't because whether or not he's found guilty. It's just because you put the NFL in a position where our reputation is getting muddy. And then Roger Goodell was good with the 6 games. And the only reason why he's not good for it now is because all of a sudden now he understands, hold on, I'm actually kind of facing a little bit of heat here. And by the way, Damien goes, what more evidence do you need when there's 66 allegations? Let's pretend it was 66. Let's pretend it was 66.
66.
Let's pretend it wasn't 66, but let's pretend.
He got it misconstrued, but go ahead.
Oh, definitely.
They really show Mark Davis eating a chicken wing. What the hell?
But,
Damian, I want evidence on how ugly you are, bro.
I'm not even saying that. Here's my thing. You want to say 66, let's say that. The old saying, quality over quantity. If a majority of those stories are changing every time they get asked, you're damaging your own credibility. But let me guess, because they accused them, you still got to believe them. You got to believe that first they said it was their car, then they said it was a hotel room, then they said it was his house, then they said it was a street, then they said it was the Houston Rockets organization, then they said it didn't happen, then they said that it only happened once, then they said that they took more money from him, then they said that they went 4 more times, then they said they didn't really go 4 more times. I'm just saying, for consistency's sake, you can't just sit here and blindly follow the accusation. You need to find evidence. There's been no evidence. None at all. They took it to court, what, twice? And how many times did it go through the court system? Twice. And how many times did Deshaun Watson beat the case? Twice.
Oh, yeah.
People want to say, where there's...
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jay.
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I mean, without the physical evidence and then this, that, and the other, hey, look, I understand it.
Hey, yo,
I think on Goodell's part, he should have just left it at 6 games. Hey, whatever that judge said, he should have honored that, and we should be moving on. The fact that we're appealing, or the NFL is appealing because they didn't like what was turned out, to me, that's just a witch hunt on their part at this point.
Why does hell did Jarrett Stidham curl his hair out to look like Marcus Mariota, bro? I'm confused.
I love you.
That man is ugly, bro.
Hey, Logan, what you got to say on this whole appeal thing?
I'm just surprised the NFL did something about it, bro. I thought they were going to just wipe their hands with it and be done with it. But apparently Roger Goodell,
Roger Goodell is Roger Goodell.
Yeah, he's going to do something.
He did the same shit with Tom Brady, bro.
He's just always, I don't know, man. But obviously, it looks like he's going to be out for more than 6 games if the NFL is going by it. I've seen 10. I've seen a season. I don't know which one it's going to be. I'm not a fortune teller. But I will say it's probably going to be longer than 6 games now. If you're the Browns fans, what do you even do at this point? What are y'all?
You have to
hold off and wait till next season.
Play the wait and see game and see how it
goes. Gotta wait
for
next season.
That's all you got to do. That's all you can.
That's all you can. Yeah.
Because
Jay, earlier you said Roger Goodell got a private investigator. I wouldn't be surprised, and I'm not being biased on the Patriots or whatever, but I wouldn't be surprised if this private investigator is the same person he got to hire for investigating Tom Brady's scandal with the Deflategate and shit. Like that, it just blows my mind that Roger Goodell is doing this shit. Now that the NFL's appealing, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a full year of being suspended now. Honestly. The 6 games was fine, but now that the NFL did it.
Now that the NFL is doing its own internal investigation rather than an outside source, I think it's going to be a longer suspension.
They're just going to do it to show people, listen, it's dumb. It's dumb. Oh, you know what's even dumber? The Miami Dolphins being cheaters.
Oh, God.
Oh, Frankie. Jonathan, what do you make about this appeal process that the NFL is doing?
I know this much. I know this has dragged on long enough. I know I'm over it. I know I'm tired of it. The NFL is going to do what they're going to do with it, and hopefully we can move on from it. But I do think the NFL is going to try to come down hard. I do think they're going to try to, extend the suspension. We'll just have to wait and see. That's all we can do at this point is wait and see what happens. But it doesn't look like this is going away anytime soon. It looks like we will be on this story going into next season. And the bigger thing here is that it's going to create a distraction for the Cleveland Browns going into the season. They're already without them for 6 games. I know they have a light schedule in the first 6 games, but there's still going to be a lot of people talking about this, and it's going to take away from what the team is doing on the football field more than anything.
Real quick.
John Suggs.
Yeah, I was about to say. So his Alvin Kamara's court hearing for the battery, it got delayed. So,
but he suspended 6 games, I believe.
For now, and the suspension could potentially come until 2023. But as of now, they're kind of waiting to see what happens. But
so
they're
is he
kind of waiting on
available
that
to
court case.
play? Is he available to play? Because I know the court hearing got pushed back to like after week 1 or whatever.
September
So
29th.
Yeah,
Okay,
so that's probably like week 2, week 3.
Yeah.
So do you think he'll be available for that? And if he gets like guilty or whatever, then his suspension will go.
For at the bare minimum, week 1, he will be available. Whether or not the Saints choose to start to suit him up, to start him, whatever the case may be, that's on them. He will be available, so he can technically play. Now, what happens after that? Let's say they find him guilty, then they could put down the suspension for 6 games this year. If they need another court date to figure it out, then he can't continue to play through it. But he will be available. It just comes down on whether or not the Saints are gonna want to actually play him. And I don't think the NFL would look at Alvin Kamara and go, oh yeah, we're gonna treat you like we did Deshaun Watson, because the Deshaun Watson situation might still be happening. So they'll be overly focused on that, where he'll probably go under the radar to the point where don't even be surprised if they actually forget to suspend him.
And that's what gets me. Like they're so focused on the Deshaun Watson case, to where I was thinking maybe because Alvin Kamara's case happened before or a little bit like into the middle of the court cases of Deshaun Watson. I thought Alvin Kamara was going to end up literally on the commissioner's exempt list because where they're going to hold off on dealing with Alvin Kamara and focusing more on Deshaun Watson right now, since Alvin Kamara's got pushed back. I thought he was going to end up on that list.
Yep.
Yeah. John said he probably won't start him just to make sure he didn't get hurt and put on the injured list. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, that or just list him as inactive. You know what I mean?
Right.
But again, he will be available. But whether or not he actually plays, that's on the that's on the Saints right now, because the NFL has not threatened to suspend him. There's no thoughts on suspending him prior to it because the date is already set. So depending on how that court case comes out, that will then issue it. Their thing is they are willing to let him play this year. However, if there's no determination until next year, that's when they're going to start kind of putting their foot down and saying, look, we're going to have to indefinitely suspend you until we figure something out. So he could potentially play this year.
I hate that.
I mean,
it pisses me off when they take a full year to take something like it's insane to me. Like, wait a whole year to suspend a guy that something happened like literally 2 years prior from when he's going to get suspended. It pisses me off to see someone great like that. They did the same thing to Tom Brady. They did the same thing to Ben Roethlisberger. Like, it's stupid. They always wait a year.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Not for Deshaun though.
Big shot, Rob. What do you think about the Deshaun Watson issue?
These guys are suspended for the whole year or whatever it is. I think they should work together and open up a massage parlor called Alvin and Deshaun's massage parlor.
Rob being petty right now. Rob, stop being petty.
I'll be real with you. I'll be real with you, Rob. I'll be real with you, Rob. I put money on it. Robert Kraft is going to put money into that.
Yeah, he's going to put money in it, man.
So what? I don't know.
If you want a good fantasy name for your team this year, name him Watson's Hose.
The day they do that is the day Mark Davis opens a barbershop.
So I just want to throw this out there. So whether or not it's true, I don't know. But the Cleveland,
the Browns.
So if this is true, it's gonna be hilarious.
Oh no!
Cleveland is gonna be hosting the National Massage Therapist Convention later this month.
Please don't tell me that's true.
If it's true, if this is true, this is by far the funniest thing.
Yep.
You could do.
It's true.
It is.
True.
Yep.
It is the. I checked here. The AMTA National Convention
I really thought
is the largest and most prestigious event in the massage therapy profession. Join us August the 25th through the 27th, 2022 in Cleveland, Ohio. Wow. Talk about
that's a real thing?
Yep.
That's a real thing. That is a legit thing.
Ironic.
That is a real thing.
I think we should all go and check
that. Hold on. Because I want to give credit. It was
shout out to clevescene.com before I found it.
Yeah, oh no. The one who brought attention, Matthew Briggs from our group chat.
Okay,
he sent a screenshot of it in the group chat. And I was like, I thought it was a joke.
Wow.
Wow, this is real life.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Oh man.
And the story gets even
What a
deeper.
day to be alive, folks.
Oh,
All
God.
right.
That's insane.
So,
Oh.
Deshaun, you ain't got to go
definitely,
nowhere, bro. They brought him to you.
Hey, we've definitely hit the 2 hours about the end of our show. And as promised, there is a surprise ending. And John Suggs, yes, it is Roast Thursday. And a roast would not
For
be
anyone who has
complete.
not seen this,
A roast
I will never get tired of it.
A roast would not be complete.
the roast would not be complete without the headmaster here.
Yes.
And here he
without
is.
further ado,
I believe in you, Jay.
let's see if I can get the damn thing to click on there.
Put it back up, Jay. You had it.
Well, my computer's not showing it, so I didn't know if I had it or not.
We're good now. We're good. Everyone ready?
Hey, I've seen this video.
Well, you gonna see it again?
I haven't seen it, so go ahead.
Wait, Rob said you haven't?
No, I haven't, man. Go ahead, play it.
Oh, you're in for a treat, brother.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Stupid son of a bitch. You need to leave Chicago now. Now.
Yo, who just laughed like Chewbacca? Who just did that?
Tired of stupid bullshit. Ain't worth shit.
I think that was Pride, bro. That did that laugh. No lie.
How the hell
Doesn't
did
he
you
look like
freaking
something
miss
man?
3 freaking plays at the freaking one line, you dumb shit?
Like Damien?
Yes, it's Damien Rock.
I'm amazed by the number of views he gets.
Check that down. Come on.
But I like
Check
that.
that down.
They
We gotta see the whole
cool
photo.
guy, you know?
Oh, God, I hate
There's a reason why he gets as many views as he does.
Look at him.
He gets
He
more
tried,
views.
he tried choking himself.
a new
Using
quarterback.
the
He
force,
tried
bro.
choking himself.
Wait, look at him.
Please give us a new damn quarterback. I don't care if it's Cam Newton.
He looked
It
constipated.
could be goddamn Teddy Bridgewater. I don't give a shit.
Looked like he had a lot
But
of
we
cheating
can't have him.
that made him constipated.
Nah, he was
No
sitting
more.
at the toilet already, John. He's on the toilet right now.
Yep.
And the offense,
You see that little stubble he's got right there? Little stubble.
offensive coordinator or something.
People tune in for this stuff. They really watch it.
It's got about 300 views. We're probably half of them.
I swear to God, if you don't freaking win.
Also, Damien loves us to this. We give him free publicity.
Yo, look at John. Look at John. Look at John. John sucks.
You don't win this game.
And he's looking at the side as he tries to think what he's going to say next.
You should leave Chicago. Just
Ah,
leave Chicago.
Chicago, man.
Retire, goddamn.
Chicago, man.
Just retire.
Fuck, Rob. Come on.
the grimace. But look,
What the fuck is going on with
And
my life?
that, folks, is how
Dog.
we're going to go out for the night.
Oh, what is going on with my life?
no, that last part though.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we could watch that every show and it'd still be so funny.
Bro.
I don't care how many times you watch that.
It's
shit
still the
never
greatest thing we've ever done.
That's epic.
Bro.
Damien,
Oh my
thank you so
God.
much for not deleting it by now.
Oh, my Lord. Dude, I'll save it.
Well,
That's
I
it.
That video I think has gone viral.
Bro. Rob, you don't even Rob. Rob. That is him, by the way. This
That is
gentleman right
actually
here,
Damien, isn't it?
that is the real life him, Rob. No cap. This is the real life him.
Okay.
Also,
Oh,
is
God.
that his most famous video? It is not actually. He actually has 2 more videos that have more views.
Bro,
He actually has one where he's not saying
biddies,
anything
bro.
at all. That actually has more.
biddies, bro. He had girls in the group chat like,
he's just chilling.
yeah, he had girls in the chat like, ooey, 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 ooey. I'm like, God damn.
Oh my
bro,
God, you're so
that-
adorable. How much we
Oh,
love you.
that's wild. Bro.
Ah.
My guy ugly as shit he pulling the girl. That's tough. Like, how you do that, bro?
Let me tell you.
Damn, bro.
All
Oh.
right, folks. We have company, and we will see you. Today's Thursday. We'll see you Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, that's a fumble.
Again,
Oh,
Foxborough Yankee, Frankie, Pride, Jonathan Mathis, Logan Landers, Big Shot
what did you just
Rob,
call me?
Jay
Did he just say Foxborough? What did he say? He said Foxborough Yankee
Yankee Frankie.
That's what he said. I was like, what? Hold on. I was muted for a second watching the game, and all I heard was Foxborough Yankee Frankie. I'm like, what the hell?
This dude, Pride, is gonna choke on his own spit.
Like, you couldn't be more
Jay in the
disrespectful.
stream. Get us out of here.
Yo, be safe, y'all. I can't with y'all.
All sports, all plays.
Wait, hold on.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we're making a plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
Hey, in the stream, Jay, I got something. I believe in you, buddy.